You gotta be fresh. Gotta be fresh. In Cincinnati.
I'm going to do this the whole time.
There you go.
Oh, I should do that.
Love it. Love it.
Brent, for me and Brent.
Yeah, Brent.
Awesome.
See how many things you can do while doing that.
Get this. Anyway.
It looks like we're live. Lonnie, are we live to the world?
It says recording.
Yeah.
We're rocking. Look at my Flasher shirt. Super Zuko.
So, we are here. We are at the Two Real Drummers and a makeshift wannabe podcast with a guitar player, and we're going to review some toys. How is everybody? It is the Kids on the Escalator Tuesday night edition.
Hello, everyone.
That's Chris Machete.
Hello. You gotta be fresh.
We got a special co-host, Mr. Brent Fitz.
Yeah. Pow.
Or wherever you're located. I guess I better
There he
watch
is.
the feed.
He's the one with the Beatles cup. What's up?
And why don't you do the introduction, Mr. Co-host, today, as to who our trusty sidekick is for a little while here.
Fellow drummer. He's much better than me, but I've known this guy for 20 some years, and he plays in one of the coolest freaking rock bands of all time. And,
Two.
Yeah, several actually. Actually, I've seen Ray in about 10 different bands.
Wow.
And we can talk about some of that stuff. But I've known him since the mid 90s, and we have a lot of mutual friends, a lot of mutual loves. Hopefully we can talk about a little bit of toys and stuff, but we definitely love coffee.
Yes.
So and we don't always get to catch up in person, but it's great to catch up online tonight. So Mr. Ray Luzier,
Yay.
drummer extraordinaire from Nashville, Tennessee.
Cheers,
from the band
buddy.
Korn.
Are you ready?
Thanks for having me. Good to see
Ray.
you, Brent. Good to see
Welcome
you.
to it. Been a while. Been a little
Yeah,
while.
it's been a while.
We spent last summer before the world exploded together with you guys and Alice in Chains. And man, Chris Machete was there at that show. Brent, I think you were away doing shows because I didn't see you on one. So it must have been you're away. Because if you were in North America and we were touring, you would have been there. So I think you were with the Slash, or you were with Mr. Simmons there doing some stuff.
One of those orchestras.
One of those orchestras. So today, we are going to do a little bit of fun called It Came from the Basement. This is a segment that we wanted to create.
Take a look.
Chris had a great idea about breaking out some old toys and some cool shit and bringing it into the mix, kind of like out of the basement kind of mix. And man, you've got a whole bunch of them behind you. Toys, memorabilia, anything you got. And Chris has probably 28 boxes in his garage. Ray, what do you got for memorabilia and toys at your house?
I have a ton of stuff, but my most prized possession, I think, is this Spider-Man hot toy right here.
Nice.
This is my son's, but I kind of confiscated it. Do you know what hot toys are?
Yeah.
They're very, very detailed and very just like, I mean, this thing was like $600.
Wow. They're like the master replicas kind of thing of the Star Wars.
Totally. You
But
can
for
take
Marvel.
the heads off and change up. All the costumes change. It's pretty phenomenal. But
Nice.
I got some Kiss dolls. I got some Kiss masks. I don't have a ton of stuff, but I have a surprise coming for you guys in about 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna want to hang out.
Is it actually Spider-Man?
You'll see. We're not quite ready yet.
All
Not
good.
quite ready.
I remember Spider-Man as Amigo doll. That for me was ground zero in the 70s or maybe 60s more so, but I started to collect in the early 70s. But definitely Amigo collection was Batman, of course Spider-Man. And there's always that. Do you guys have the common debates? It happens in bands all the time. I remember when we were kids, maybe you had this too, Ray. Do you like Maiden or Judas Priest?
Yeah, totally.
And I think with toys, it was, are you Batman or are you Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think for me, early on, I was always Spider-Man.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
just me.
Yeah.
But I loved 60s era kitschy Batman TV series, Adam West.
Oh, so good.
Reward. So that stuff is top of my pile for collecting and favorite stuff. But I think Spider-Man still always has been a constant cool from day one.
Yeah, those Amigo dolls were great, man. They bring back such good memories. Even the boxes, like the packaging and everything. Love those old
Yeah,
Migos.
they keep reissuing them for all us, guys at our age. How old are we? Well, we're all probably around 50. And that means
You guys, this is a weekly segment that we call "How Much Older Is Everybody Than Brent?" So all of you guys, are,
you're the kid, Brent Donnelly. I mean, what was the earliest toy you had? What toy did you have? How old were you? Like when you were 7, what was something you were collecting? Because you're probably going to scare me because it might have been something, that
7 years old. I mean, that would have been
Cabbage Patch Kids.
No, it was It was. I had the Millennium Falcon, like everybody. That was
Star Wars toys.
GI Joe. It was Star Wars for sure.
Okay.
Then.
So GI Joe. See, I loved some of those little 3.5-inch GI Joes.
Oh,
that was the next generation after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and GI Joes. Even though, Ray, do you remember GI Joes when they were this big with the fuzzy hair, the little shaved? Okay, that to me was GI Joe and Big Jim era.
Nice
for me.
But I had great. I still have stuff in Pennsylvania, in my parents' house. I still have like the Stretch Armstrong.
Oh yeah, they're redoing those with everybody now. Yeah, those are great.
Amazing. Like, and I still got Kiss dolls back there, and I have like color form sets, but I have a ton of like Star Wars stuff. I was a Star Wars nut for a period. In fact, I started dressing up like before I was Kiss every Halloween. I was like Darth Vader, different action figures. But like, I got a weird collection back in Pennsylvania.
Nice. I love those color forms. I forgot about those. Those little. It was like a little, almost like a picture, like a background. And you put the figures on and move them around. Yeah, those were great.
And I got the Kiss lunchbox, and my mom lost the thermos out of it. How could you possibly look? Because it's like full blown. I bought it in like 1978.
Wow. So that's like, was Love Gun or?
That in the garbage can were like hot commodity.
Yeah. And I still have the Love Gun that came in that.
Oh, me too.
With the big bang.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything that you gave away?
Yes,
that you're like, oh my
god. I'm still looking for it out there. If you got it, let me know. I want it for my kids. No.
Yeah. Were you DC? Are you Ray? You DC or Marvel?
I was more Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I don't know. I just kind of clung to that side of things. But it was weird. Like we were on this giant farm in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't really know. You just kind of gravitated towards whatever was like hip or like whatever's on the cover of magazines. Like 'cause you're in the middle of nowhere in the boonies. So like Kiss is on the cover of everything. Spider-Man's cool. So you just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brent Donnelly, do you have all your original when you were talking about GI Joe and Star Wars?
I've moved 10 times. I mean, geez, I barely have anything at the house I live in right now. It just doesn't. It all made its way to a yard sale, likely when I was younger, or one of the moves we were doing, or whatever. So yeah, I don't have a lot of the original stuff left. I got some original comics and a few things like that. So it's a little tough, but that Millennium Falcon's worth a shit ton of money right now if you still have one.
Oh
so,
yeah.
What I mean?
But you three gentlemen have kids, so you can pad the I need this toy for my kid, even though you could selfishly have it for yourself, right?
Yes.
I don't have kids. Look at me. I got man-child items. I
Nice.
got issues here, guys.
Hey, that's exactly true, man. Because like a lot of times we'll be like Target and random stores, and they're like I go, don't you guys want to go to the kids section? They're like, no, we're good. I'm like, yeah, let's go over there. Let's check it out.
Let's see what's new.
Mm-hmm.
That's the excuse, like, and it's weird, man, because you think like I just turned 50, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like all this. I freaking love it. I love watching the movies now. I love all that stuff. I'm like reliving what and I missed a lot of stuff. And a lot of the cartoons and stuff now are way more hip than when we were kids,
Yeah, it's good stuff. I love the way that like Marvel has so much resource material from comics from like Spider-Man's created I keep chirping on this, but Spider-Man's created in 1963. So from there on to now, they've got all this amazing source material from the comic books, right? And they're picking out some cool ones from when we were growing up, like the Infinity Gauntlet's a big one from the 90s, right? When they brought in the Infinity War and everything, which is really cool. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do with Spider-Man coming up in the new movies and stuff.
Totally. I mean, there's one on right now in the upstairs living room here. They got the Miles, what's his name?
Miles Morales.
That one's on right now.
Yep.
Like, it's like pretty much on loop on one of the channels.
Right on. Yeah, Spider-Man lives. It's funny as again I was mentioning, I saw a documentary where they went all over the country and they just show the Spider-Man insignia, and everybody knows the Uncle Ben story and everything from all around the world, right? Like it's so universal. Spider-Man it is. It's become that way. It's great.
Yeah, it's nuts. Hey kids, come here. You gotta see this. I got a surprise for you guys.
Awesome.
Hey boys. Oh, they're rehearsing. Wait,
Well, it's good.
They're rehearsing a skit.
It's good they're putting some work into it for us.
We're gonna get some live action stuff here. I love this. We're going live action. That's awesome. Ray, did you have any cool memorabilia kicking around your house? That's obviously that's an obvious answer that there's some cool shit kicking around. But like, what's the coolest thing that you got? From
me or Brent?
Yeah, from Ray. Yeah. What's the coolest thing?
Hey, I saw Brent. And I'm like, there's a ton of cool stuff around. What's the coolest thing that I have here?
Yeah, that you got like as a gift from an artist, or maybe an artist you played with, and it's like, hey, they gave me this or whatever. What's the coolest thing that you would consider?
That happens a lot. I mean, like some of the stuff that sticks out of my head are like, Lemmy and Phil from Motorhead gave me a set of, Motorhead headphones. Like there's certain things like that on the road where he sticks out where you're just like, that's some prized possession stuff. The engineer that works for me in my home studio came over and he goes, dude, what's up with these Motorhead things? I put them down. Lemmy gave me those. So there's always cool stuff like that, that's more than like an action figure or but it's a lot of audio stuff. Or I have a ton of sticks from drummers. I have a guitar from George Lynch, who's I'm in a side band with.
Talking nice.
He gave me one of his. I said, hey man, because I gave his son a drum set many years ago, and he goes, hey man, I never let that let that go, that drum set you gave me. And I'm like, it's all good, man. I'm fortunate enough to have endorsements. Don't worry about it. He's like, no. Come in my studio, pick a guitar. And so I was like, what? I go, well, give me something. Hang on a second. I go, give me something that's worth something to you.
Yeah.
And so he gave me a guitar. So I have stuff like that. You guys ready?
Oh my gosh, look at that. We got Peter Parker and Miles Morales.
Yes. Both in the house, and they're live for you right now. And they have a
Dude.
For you. All right, get it on, guys. Wait, let me move this right here.
Stand by. Let's get to...
Are you kidding me? This is amazing.
Hold on one sec.
What do you mean you can't? They need more room. I gotta take them in the living room.
Man,
this is gonna be awesome. This is good work.
Look at those. Those are some detailed. Those are some detailed costumes there, man. Those are pretty rad.
What costumes? This is Spider-Man.
They're actually Spider-Man. The real deal.
You guys ready? Here we go.
Stand by. I'm gonna. Let me make this the feature presentation. Stand by.
Pretty much it. So
here we go.
I only see it in small. How do we make it big, Brent Donnelly?
I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna try to make this. I'm gonna try to make him the thing here. Hold on.
Live technology.
Yeah, we're trying here. Stand by. We're doing this live here. Hold on, gents.
Oh my gosh! Look what's going on. Oh yeah.
You didn't know you were gonna get a full-blown.
There we go. There we go.
This is amazing. Oh man! See that? This is the greatest thing ever.
We're getting a full-on fight here.
Oh!
It's into the Spider-Verse too.
It is into the Spider-Verse.
Yay. What? There's still more?
Don't stop now. Oh man, I love the way they wipe out. Like Peter Parker. Oh, Peter Parker's kicking Morales while he's down.
And that's it. Oh,
good job, guys. That was awesome.
Yay,
dudes.
Wow, very cool.
Oh, look at
nice
those
work,
guys. That was super rad, man. Man, good times, rad kids. I think we got another episode in the works here, man.
I know.
Here, I'll show you that. Oh wait, where's it at? That was from Phildy from Korn. He gave me that nice space right there.
We're taking a tour. Stand by. Let's have a look.
We're taking a Lose Your Studio tour. Sorry. Akira Takasaki from Loudness. Remember that band Loudness?
Yes. Oh, come on. Love them.
He gave me that guitar.
Cool.
See what else.
I remember Loudness. Yeah.
Loudness. This is George Lynch. He gave me this one. This is from
George Lynch from Dokken.
The Lynch Mob record that
Lynch
he played.
Mob.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Wow.
All right, that's my segment.
Right on. That was awesome, buddy. We have somebody online that's asking about what we think about like classic Disney stuff, like if we have any mouse ears from Disney or anything like that. That's one of our viewers want to know. What was it? What was the viewer's name? Deneen Cole wants to know if we have any Disney kind of stuff.
Deneen, I do. Actually, I have. Hi, Deneen. Check it out. Well, I've been fortunate enough to. I've been to Disney Florida, Disney World, Disneyland. Now, last year on tour with Slash, I got to go to Disney Shanghai. which was pretty rad too. But when we were in Japan last year, I wanted to go to Disney over there, Tokyo Disney, and I didn't get to go. But Deneen did get to go. And I asked her specifically, I go, I'm so into Star Wars stuff and Disney, if there's anything you could get for me. So she was kind enough to bring me a few cool little things from the Tokyo Disney.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, here's the problem, guys. Like, that's like one wall I can't move my computer, but like I have sections of collectible stuff. So I have boxes and boxes of Disney, like, I collect Winnie the Pooh. Why? Because he's the name Winnie's from Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there's just an excuse, like, I like that Disney character, or I like Goofy. Goofy's always been my favorite Disney character. But yeah, Disney stuff. God, I wish I could move my computer around. Do you guys remember Sunday Night, The Wonderful World of Disney?
Disney, yeah. And I always wanted cartoons to be on it. You go, oh, it's a cartoon.
That show was amazing, like a big deal. I think Muppets might have been on that night too or something, but of course I have a bunch of Muppets here in this area.
Oh, wow. I used to love the Muppets.
I think every drummer, like, come on, Ray, we all go through a phase where you got the like animal doll on your drum kit.
Absolutely.
Right?
I got my kids a couple of animal things. You press a button, he goes, rah, rah, rah. Goes nuts, you know?
That's awesome.
I love it. Like the electric band. So I always like the mashup of toys with music. Oh, really? So anytime there's like any action figure that has a guitar, like of course one of the latest Deadpools where he's he's got a guitar, or of course Muppets electric band, or come on, man, the Gruesums. Who's got the Gruesums?
Oh yeah. Oh man, those are classic. Wow. Yeah, the Flintstones, right?
Anything. Oh god, I love the Flintstones.
Yeah,
Come
me
on.
too, buddy.
Yeah.
Wilbur.
We could go on and on.
Modeled after the Honeymooners. Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself though. See, all those
don't worry
shows
about
have
it.
a certain, like, if you say, what could be a TV reference? Like the other day, I was out with a friend of mine, and he goes, "I just love Our Gang, Spanky, Spanky," and I go, if you say to somebody from a certain time frame, and you go, "Hey man, you got like a little alfalfa sticking out of your hair lips," and if you don't know, it's because you're too young, right? So Brent Donnelly, do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. I know that.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely.
No.
Come on. My kids watched Our Gang.
Okay.
I watched
good.
Our Gang. I'm not
Good,
that
good.
young. I'm just a little younger than y'all.
No, but I would have seen all that stuff in syndication. But TV shows and cartoons and everything are sort of like that. That's the architect of our, of everything. Like for me, okay, Ray, see if this connects. I used to watch, HR Puffin stuff, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
But on the HR Puffin stuff, there was a certain little time when the Bay City Rollers were on.
Wow.
So to me, that was a big deal because, I was very much into, in the late 70s, obviously Kiss and the whole, the superhero aspect of Kiss and the action figures, of course, blah, blah, blah. But when Bay City Rollers were on a Saturday morning cartoon show, that to me was like a big deal because that was a rock band and they were in my cartoons. They were in my Saturday morning cartoons. So
absolutely. That and like
I love the Bay City Rollers just for the sheer fact that that's how I got into them. I got into them because of cartoons in the morning. And then the Muppet Show introduced me to, hear me out, anybody, Alice Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So in the late 70s, even though I was into Kiss and whatnot, I didn't have Alice Cooper records at the time until later. But first time I saw Alice Cooper or Elton John or Paul Williams and all these like artists on the Muppet Show. It was like a big deal.
Yeah, I remember
I'm drinking
Sunday
coffee,
nights.
guys, so I'm going on.
That's
and
all
on
right.
and
You
on.
do it.
Me too. I got it too.
I do the
I
same.
got it going on.
Sunday nights. I remember. Wait till your father gets home. That cartoon I believe was on that night too, and I would watch that, and then there was Disney, and then that, and there was always the oldies that would be on in a line there in a row, and WKRP during the weeknights that I would always watch back in the day. There, love those old ones for sure. And Hong Kong Phooey. I was a big fan of Hong Kong Phooey on Saturday mornings.
Love
I really
Hong
like.
Kong Phooey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally
The
cool.
old
Another cartoon with a guitar. I loved, anything like that.
What about El Kabong? Remember El Kabong? And he'd hit people over the head with his Kabong.
Of course.
Nice. That's a joke too that you can check people on during sound check or well, I guess we don't really sound check anymore, but what do you want me to do with that guitar? Kabong.
I think I'm bidding on Hong Kong Phooey on eBay right now.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding because
Really?
it's like It's pretty expensive, but I need to add it to my collection.
That would be
I got
awesome.
issues, guys.
Dude, don't worry about it.
No, I don't have kids.
I got issues too, and they're all comic book ones, and there's tons of them. I got over 30 boxes, man. Don't worry. Oh, 9.6, buddy. That is nice.
This is the one I had when I was 7.
Yes.
Bought it.
Yes.
I don't know why it survived.
Green Darth Vader. Oh, man.
So here's the only thing. Like when I was asking you, Brent Donnelly, if stuff had survived and made it past.
I got comics.
My parents, though, I just recently moved them from our childhood home. So they were, I got my dogs here. They were there from the 60s, 1965. So I was born in 70. You know what? All my toys, Star Wars and everything, somehow survived.
Oh my gosh.
If it didn't get garage saled, it sort of like ended up in the parental basement, you know, in the junkyard of the corner, you know, because the basement's the catch-all, right? In Canada, we all have basements.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ray, do you have a basement in Nashville? I don't think so.
Not in this house,
No.
But there are.
And not as common down in the southern states. So we put everything in the basement, and then one day you just go down there, you go, holy smokes, here's a shoebox full of, I don't know, old hockey cards, and like, oh my God, there's a Gretzky card, there's a rookie, and then I'd go find all this Star Wars. Look, guys, I got issues. So I would find these kind of things downstairs.
Whoa.
Oh, you got I see the X-Wing fighters there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but here's the
That's the
problem.
original
My
case.
parents were my parents, you know, they didn't hate me too much to get rid of my toys and say, look, you moved out, get rid of this crap. So they just kind of let it stay in the basement until I one day picked it up. And slowly but surely I've had all this stuff. But I don't, you know what? I'm going to have to give some to all your guys' kids. I don't have any kids. And my wife's like, what are you doing with all this stuff?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I love all that stuff. I think that's great. You must have been
So I'm gonna have
stoked
to
when you
give to
found
some-
all that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's feel good stuff, right?
That's what I mean,
everything that we have as kids it brings back an important part of your life, and that's why we love collecting toys.
Yeah.
Or collecting anything, you know, a hobby. It really is, and then it just makes you feel good. I mean, I love Evel Knievel. That's like a lot of those 70s things were a big deal. So
yeah, me too.
Evel Knievel, Star Wars, Kiss. Oh my gosh, those were so big in the late 70s. So, I mean, look at this crazy jacket. Like, I'm just into it. Why? Because that's the stuff that I liked, you know, when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
So
When you didn't have a care in the world, right? You know what I mean? You don't worry about anything about what other than maybe getting a ride with your parents to pick up a new toy or something, you know, or what your buddy was doing next door. Is just such good times, right?
So, but okay, you guys as parents, how do you feel and see that great experience with your kids? Because there's all these new, like that toy, Ray, that Spider-Man toy is next level. Like our stuff was like wooden crude things compared to that.
Yeah, full blown. I mean, I could the attention to detail, every knuckle moves, every joint, the skin, his face. You can push his face back. It's like, what? You know, we did nothing like that, man. You know, but yeah, they're into stuff that's like I mentioned Bugs Bunny the other day, and my almost 10-year-old's like, what? Well, I don't know, what's Bugs Bunny? I'm like, oh man, I'm ball, because like he doesn't know the classics. He doesn't know Yosemite Sam and all those, like, and all his action figures are, you know, Spider-Man and Batman and all the superheroes, all the Marvel stuff, but he doesn't have any like of that. You know, he grew up with like Paw Patrol and all the newer stuff that they're watching. You know, so it's like I need to get the roots. I try to get the music roots happening. You know, but he needs some serious superhero roots. You know what I mean?
Bugs Bunny, coincidentally, just is now being voiced by a dude from Scarborough,
Oh,
Really?
Ontario, Canada. So yeah, he's a guy. He just landed the gig, dream gig for him. It's what he's been doing his whole life, is working towards becoming Bugs Bunny, and he got it.
wow.
So there you go.
Life goals.
All those shows were big too, man. Like, you know, Wile E. Coyote, come on, Roadrunner.
Lunchtime, right?
Loved it.
Oh,
Loved it.
all those cartoons, so important to us as kids, and you know, we didn't have phones to look at stuff. We were watching TV,
Yeah.
and only a couple channels, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, okay, the first time Kiss was on TV was the Kiss. Well, there was late night shows and stuff, Paul Lynde and all, but when Kiss Meets the Phantom came out on Halloween, that mash of Halloween and our superheroes known as Kiss. That was like every kid I knew was like, "Did you see Kiss Meets the Phantom?"
That changed the game.
That was such a big deal. I know, man.
Like Solid Gold. Remember, like Solid Gold?
I remember.
I love that show.
The Solid Gold Dancers.
Yeah, it was all these like disco things, and all of a sudden they're like, "Kiss is gonna be on." And they did A World Without Heroes, and it was like this ballad, and they were lip syncing. It was awesome.
Yeah, there was a show called. There was another show about kids. A Saturday morning show about kids, and Kiss came on.
Kids are people too.
There you go. And
Kids are people too.
And Eric Carr had
Carr's
just joined, right? Yeah, like I remember that was another one. Was just like, oh my gosh, they're going to be on the morning show. Excuse me. So that was another one. But yeah, Kiss Meets the Phantom. I think it actually changed my life, like literally. You know what I mean? I remember watching. Mom, can I step and watch it? And my parents like, yeah, we'll check it out too. And you're right. The next day, you get up and everybody's singing rock and roll all night. And what was your favorite song? And what was your favorite? Which Kiss guy are you going to be? Right? And you pretend you were the Kiss guys because they were now superheroes. It was such a great thing for me as a kid, and really it really changed my life. Yeah.
And
can everyone grab a Kiss toy right now in front of them?
I've got Peter.
Does everyone have a Kiss toy beside them right now?
Right there, you can see my.
I got 50 of them. Yeah. Okay, Ray.
Gene Simmons.
Which character did you go out as on Halloween?
Oh well, as much as I was into Peter, of course I wanted to be Peter, like all of us. But I was Gene 2 Halloweens in a row.
Nice.
Infatuated by the demon makeup and I think because the acting was so bad on the Kiss Meets the Star Child, and just all that. It was. I was him, and then I went to Peter. I think, I definitely went to Peter for a couple Halloweens. And what about you, Brent? Where were you?
I went out as Gene Simmons, and Chris will remember this name. I went out with Rob McEachern. In the Caesarea Fair, the regatta we had, which is just outside of Toronto, and we'd have a parade.
And we walk around.
I know my Gene Simmons costume consisted of an Adidas pullover with I blacked out the arms, Adidas pullover with cowboy boots, a big belt buckle, and a bat.
I love it.
That was my version of Gene Simmons because I didn't have a bass, I didn't have anything, and I'm like, there we go.
I carry something.
Well, I'll have to pass it on to you.
It's important. I love hearing your interpretation of your demon hero when you were a kid, because it's so interesting, right? Like what modification, if you didn't, like, kids now have these full on, you go to Walmart or like a store and you can get like a killer costume, right? But all we had was at some point, remember when those masks came out with the terrible little kind of almost like a paper cloth costume for the Kiss costumes, but like otherwise you just put makeup on and then you made up your own, okay, I'm Gene, like exactly like you said, Brent, you got to like make your own.
I mean, the makeup was there, but I just didn't have the I whatever. If you look at that, I'll show you a picture sometime.
My mom actually.
Why do you have a bat?
Well, it's funny, Brett, you're mentioning. My mom was so. Have you guys ever seen the show The Goldbergs?
Yeah.
Okay, my mom's a little bit like that. Not as much, but she made me a Peter Criss costume, guys. And I got pictures of it, man. And so she made me this. It was the Destroyer one with the arrow going down to my crotch there and everything. And she got me a wig, dudes. I wore black rubber boots. I had the gloves and everything, dudes. And I went, and it was in this regatta contest. And they announced me as a clown. Dude, yeah, right. And I'm just like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, we got a gray cat just like that one. Right over here. But what a burn, huh? They announced me as a clown.
It's an honest mistake.
But my mom, and my mom's watching right now. Hi, Mom. She made me that costume, which was amazing of her. Yeah.
We're in a bit of Zoom hell right now. We're going through we're not in speaker and we're not in gallery view. It's driving me a little batty today. I'm hoping the watchers are fine. Lonnie, how are we doing over there on that? Because right now we're going between
the watcher.
Doesn't it usually switch? Depends on who's talking or something.
I know, but today it's doing its thing. Today it's
we're all susceptible to bandwidth, and it's busy. It's evening, and everyone's online.
And it's a crazy day out there in the States for you guys too, huh? There's moving and shaking going on there tomorrow. Yeah, so everybody's talking. And
Ray, what's happening down your way, man? Do you want to? I know you got to jump. You got the kids. You're welcome to stick around. But if you got a jet, I totally got it. I wanted to get into a David Lee Roth story before we let you go, because you played with us. Played with him for a while.
Who's David Lee Roth?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
I think that's the first time I met you was in Casino Rama in Ontario. There, you were playing with David Lee Roth, and I was there with. Coincidentally, we're going to get joined here by a friend of ours named Chuck Daly, who plays with I Mother Earth up here, but who played in a band called The Salads and is a friend of Darren, who knew you, Darren, from The Salads in Toronto. So funny, that's kind of how that came together. But quick David Lee Roth story before you got to jump.
What do you got? How many hours you got?
For a David Lee Roth story, all you want, buddy.
Pick anything. I don't. It was, Dave's a very eccentric human being, and he's very over the top, and you can't be one of the world's greatest frontmen unless you're very eccentric and over the top. So Dave was, he's really sensitive. His nose is very sensitive to smells and everything. You got to watch what kind of deodorants you put on. You got to watch it's extreme, So one day on the bus, he thought he smelled something, and he kind of blew his gasket, pulled the bus over, and threw everything on the bus that was cloth or anything he thought might have smelled onto the side of the road. So we're all off the bus, and he just threw everything out to the side of the road and just had a complete meltdown. And for about 2 hours, and people were pulling over, thought we were broken down. And I'm like, no, our boss is out there. And next thing you know, the bodyguard's on there cleaning the bus, scrubbing it with Pine Sol and all kinds of stuff. And then he gets back on the bus, and we go down it's just, nothing was normal. There wasn't one day where you were just like, oh, everything's cool and everything's totally normal today. It was never like that. Wow. But hey, it was 8 years of amazing craziness, but I love that. I learned a lot from the guy. I call it the School of Roth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray, I want to know, just as a drummer, when you're supporting Dave Roth, the epic front guy, what is he expecting out of his drummer?
That's
is he on
question.
you about vibe, tempos? What's his biggest stickler things?
I remember when I got the gig, I called my buddy Greg Bisonet, Greg kind of turned my name into the hat in the 90s for the gig.
Yeah.
3 years before I even got the gig, he put my name in it because I used to play on all those shrapnel records, all those shredder guitar players. And Greg said, man, I think you'd be really good for Dave. And I'm like, wow. And I was like 25 at the time. 3 years goes by. I did this kid solo record, and it turns out that he was writing with Dave Roth, and he gave Dave my number and said, hey, this guy. And I called Greg, and I go, dude, I'm going down to play with Dave. I says, do you have any advice for me? He's like, just don't drag. He goes, he hates when people drag. Always kind of play on top of the beat. And I'm like, well, I'm a nervous spasmo, so that's not going to be hard for me because I'm always kind of a little bit ahead. So, and sure enough, I'm down there playing, and we're in the studio, and I'm not really nervous because I got hired to do 2 songs for Dave, and that was all I was supposed to do. There was no audition quote or nothing like that. So I'm playing the 2 songs, and the whole time he's asking me, like, what if I said swing this, and why don't you put a fill here, Luzier, and what if I said, and I'm just like, well, this guy's asking me a ton of questions. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm doing all this stuff. We get done with the gig, we're done with the session. He goes, hey, it was nice to meet you, and hopefully we'll work together again someday. And then Big Ed Anderson, who's very famous with Dave for many years, calls me up the next day, full Brooklyn, New York. Hey, kid, you got the gig. Got what gig? He goes, didn't you think it was weird? Dave was asking all these questions about it. And I'm like, yeah, I just thought he was a weirdo. I don't know.
Awesome.
We're in the studio cutting the record now, the DLR band, John Five and myself, John Lowry at the time. And we're playing, and then Dave's in the talkback, and he hits the talkback button, and he goes, I swear, and the whole time in my head, I'm like, don't drag. And he goes, someone take the bongo player to Starbucks. He's dragging. And I just my jaw hit the ground. Yeah, so ever since then,
that's great.
Kind of played it on the edge, just a little bit faster.
That's awesome, buddy.
I love
what's
that.
happening with you, man? What's happening with you, Korn, KXM, everything that's going on in your world right now?
Yeah, it's obviously everyone knows the BS that's going on, all the tours that got canceled that everybody knows about. It's but things are turning around for sure. There's a bunch of stuff being talked about and planned. We put a new video out called Finally Free. We kind of got canned on supporting the Nothing, the album we put out last September, or 19. So yeah, there you go.
Representing right here, right there.
What up, Brent? Cool.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud of that record. I mean, it was
loved it.
Jonathan, his White Pass, was a lot of stuff that went on. We're always creating music and writing new stuff. KXM put a record out around the same time called Circle of Dolls. It's with George Lynch and Doug Pinnick, 2 really good friends of mine. Amazing.
Love Doug Pinnick.
Yeah, just amazing musicians, and it's weird. We're on record 4 right now, which is insane to me. We haven't played one live show. We just put out records, but they sell enough and enough fans are into it that we just keep releasing more. So
that's great.
We have a good time doing it. I'm doing a ton of work here and still promoting Corn Coffee. If you ever check that out, Corn Coffee is Brent and I were the two Brents on the show.
Word up, Jeremy Gersey. Yeah.
Talking about it before, and it's still kicking along. We're working on a breakfast blend right now, and it's slowly but surely getting out, and that's about it, man. I'm kicking it with my kids.
Good.
Wicked,
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
I appreciate you guys having me on, though.
Oh, dude, thanks
and
for coming out here.
Looks nice, dude. I'm sure waking up to that room every day is a blessing. Looks awesome.
It's cool, man. And I got a arsenal of snares, and cymbals and secret weapons, and I got about 13 drum kits here downstairs and upstairs. And
wow, buddy,
I love it. Fun. That's the first thing I did when we moved to Nashville. I said I got to have a studio in my house, and I made the 5th bedroom a control room, and just did it up right. And I'm sure thankful I have it during these quarantine times, because man, I'm getting caught. All those people that I blow off for years and years, because Korn tours a lot, as you guys know, and it's like, the last thing I want to do when I get home off a tour is jump on the drums and go, hey, let's. I'm gluing myself to my kids. I want to go out to farms and do nothing, So, but all those people that are like, hey, Ray, could you play on my record? Hey, can you do this? And I would say no to. Well, when the COVID hit in March, I was emailing people going, hey, you still need tracks? I'm kind of rock ready to go. I can send files. So I've been doing tracks for people in Australia everywhere. It's awesome, this whole remote thing, and technology's amazing these days. So just give me a track and boom, I send it over. So
I know you leave your kitchen, you make your coffee, and you go to your studio, and you're right there. It's the best.
People don't know it, but most of the tracks I do, I'm in my underwear. Sometimes.
That's great.
Awesome, buddy.
That is cool. Very cool.
Much respect to you guys. I'm gonna put the kiddos to bed.
Great to see you again, man. We'll talk soon again, and come back anytime.
Great to meet you, Ray. Very, very cool. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Peace, everybody. Be good to one another.
Miss you, buddy. Yeah. See you soon, Ray. Take care.
Good. All right, buddies.
Awesome.
That was great. That Spider-Man battle was epic, man. That was epic.
Like, hopefully we caught it properly. We're having some Zoom issues. I think what we're gonna do, my friends, is take a little break for a minute. Lonnie's gonna throw the be right back up for a minute, and we're gonna take just a break and try to get this back online, because we are about to add a whole bunch of people.
We are.
And start showing off some toys. Big thanks to Ray, Korn KXM, a great friend of ours, and now yours. And we'll be right back. Lonnie, let's do that.
You gotta be
Yeah, one sec. You have to come on the mic. Make sure we're muted here. I can hear you, yeah. Sure, sounds good. Let's see. So, we go back here. I'm just having an issue here. spotlight. So
Gallery view, speaker view.
I can see you. I just can't tell what it's going to look like, Lonnie. If you watch that feed, you'll see it was strictly on speaker view, but the four of us were on the top of the bar. It looked like ass. I wasn't happy. No, I mean, that's you that can do it, but it's just a silly thing that it's doing. I think. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna bring in some people here. Where'd Chuck go? Wait a minute. Let me know when we go live, Lonnie. Not quite ready yet. We've had the benefit.
Bring your dog in.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at that guy.
That's unheard of.
Hey! I'm sitting here with you guys. What's happening? Hey, buddy. I see a puppy.
Sure, Lonnie. Let's see if we can do this.
Chuck, where are you? Where's Chuck? Toronto?
No, I'm in Prince Edward County.
Where's that? Okay, yeah.
It takes me about an hour to get to you because we're on an island right now. Yeah.
Wow.
So we are back. We're live, and we've got Chuck with I Mother Earth with us. Chuck Daly from all the bands, and I Mother Earth, and all the things.
all the things.
Jeez, and that's Brent Fitz. You ever met Brent Fitz before, Chuck?
What's that?
Have you ever met Brent Fitz before? Have you guys ever played shows together with a Wilcox / combo, I Mother Earth / I mean, Brent's played in a bunch of bands over the years, but I'm curious if you guys have ever shared a stage.
What's the gig in London? The outdoor thing. Something in the park. I thought maybe
Rock the Park. Rock the Park.
I think either once or twice with you guys. I played with Alice Cooper at least once. Maybe Vince Neil there too, but definitely Slash. Last couple times we played that gig. So yeah.
Yeah, we did a bunch of shows with Slash. Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. Yeah.
And here we are, friends together. See, it's the
dorks. Tuesday night dorks.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's 2 degrees of Fitz because pretty much everybody I know.
I don't know everybody, but I like to know everybody. So
we are doing a segment, Chuck, called It Came From the Basement. We're showing off old toys, retro stuff. We got a bunch of people in the wait room that are going to come in and hang out with us and do some stuff. And we're showing off classic stuff. We just had Ray from Korn on. He showed off his kids playing Spider-Man, which is awesome. And Fitz, yeah. We haven't even gotten into Chris's toys yet, or just because we're just so many going on. But Chuck, what's happening, buddy? What are you bringing from the basement today?
What am I bringing as far as toys go? Well, you know what? I've got actually a lot of toys collected in boxes, sort of in a room that way. But behind myself in this case,
what is that, Chuck? That looks awesome. That's just the presentation alone. Holy shit! Cool.
Presentation alone.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so let me zoom in. How do I zoom in on that?
He's going to zoom in for you.
Yeah, but I see you guys. How do I need
but
to
anyways,
see that stuff.
These are
ooh, that looks good.
Well, they're not that old, really. Well, my kids might think they're old, but they're I think they're like late 90s, but I started collecting them in vending machines when I lived in an apartment by myself in Toronto, and just in gumball machines, right? Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, and then I started getting them as gifts and things like that. So, but they're like little Chicano guys that a dude made of all of his buddies he grew up with in high school. So I really dig them that like they're kind of cool that way. And then that I was just reading about them today because I knew you wanted to see them, and I don't really know a lot about them, but I found it that because there was a while where you could get them at Walmart in little packs, and they're called homies, and they just look like Mexican gang guys, like East LA guys.
Yeah.
And the NPD actually said that they were promoting gang violence and made it illegal to buy them in Walmarts and places like that. But then they started showing up again. So I don't know. Homies.
Homies, man. Yeah. It is original. That's why I like Chuck. That's cool as heck. Cause we're all trendy Star Wars and all the other superhero stuff, but that I have never seen. And that case, where'd you get that case? I need to buy that with the lights.
Yeah.
I think I got that at Kijiji actually in Kingston.
Wow.
Oh, so good. It looks rad. I like.
It's also an aquarium. So you can put some.
It doubles as an aquarium.
Yeah.
There you go. Put some ice in it. Keep your beer cool. So how long?
The last house I lived in, we had a 200 bottle wine cellar in the basement. It was a great big old century home, but we didn't actually keep wine in there. I just kept all those homies on all the shelves, sort of lined up.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. So like the room had a door. I had a homie room. It was very cool.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Spray paint the door all up, right? Yeah.
The wicked, man.
That is
What's going
cool.
on, Chuck, buddy? What are you up to these days? What's happening? Obviously, we're all standing by, waiting for the world to start playing shows again. I'm certainly waiting for another I'm Other show. What's happening?
Oh my God. Well, it's amazing to actually have the opportunity to show something like this off because nobody ever cares. And my wife
We do.
My wife just kind of makes fun of me. So it's pretty wicked, but I don't know. It's COVID, man. I was counting I think it's been 11 months since I played a show.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the last IME show, what was amazing is the last IME show was
Right.
New Year's Eve for counting in 2020. And I found video of us counting in 2020. Everybody's so stoked, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But,
little did they know.
but the crazy thing is we do one of those huddles before the show, right? Where we do a little, like Chris always does a little sort of pep talk with the band. And I don't know, I think he was sort of talking about there's all new tunes and a new record coming. So we were going to be playing all new tunes all summer. But at the time in the huddle, he says, all right, guys, this is the last time we're ever going to do this. And we all sort of stopped and said, well, why are you saying that? But it's crazy. It's ominous because that's what he said. Right?
Wow.
Like, this is the last time we're doing this, guys. So, I don't know.
Premonitions.
Crazy.
Premonitions.
Well, it's not going to be the last time. I refuse to.
To give up. No,
you have to be optimist. You got to be optimist.
I'm not giving up. I'm still playing. I'm recording a lot. I'm working on a record. I just got some mixes back.
That's great.
They sound massive. Pretty exciting.
We are also in a band with somebody who's on our channel with us on the Dean Blundell Network. Aren't you in a band with Darren?
Goldfinger?
Yeah, from Goldfinger?
Yeah,
Ex-Goldfinger? Darren Pfeiffer,
and I
sorry.
play together all the time, yeah.
Totally blanked on his name. Well, he was in the Salads for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Darren. I've known Darren forever.
Record with us. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, he's on the same channel as us. Right, B-Rent?
Yeah. Hey, nice one.
There we go. I got.
Yeah, he's.
It's either that or B-Rock.
He's part of the Dangerous Darren show and part of Adobe. So yeah. It's
Right
totally part
on.
of the
So
Blundell
what have you been
network.
doing with Darren, buddy?
Well, Darren's also on my radio show as well. I've got a radio show here in the county, a vinyl show.
Pimp it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I do every once in a while. Darren's on it as well. And so we hang out every once in a while, and he sends me drum tracks sometimes. And I don't know, I'm working on a reggae tune right now that he sent me recently.
Awesome.
Right on. So tell us about your radio show. That's interesting.
Well, you know what? To be honest, I just wanted to find some way to have a radio show where I could play any style of music I ever wanted to play, right? Like, and I wanted to call it the Chuck Chuck a Bubbuck Banana Fana Faux show.
I want to know why didn't
like
you? That's awesome.
Cartoon
I know we were just discussing that.
No, nobody would go for it though, and I kept trying to sort of come up with genres. And then I thought, how about a vinyl show? And the station thought it was great. And with vinyl, you can kind of play any genre you ever want to play, and so it's really fun. I can just sort of pick any theme, and we just kind of have a BYOB, like a bring your own vinyl party.
Nice.
On the radio, a whole bunch of different people, and obviously during COVID, I'm just pre-taping it all here and just producing shows and mailing it in, right? So.
Cool.
It's wicked, man. Wicked. Well, we gotta have you on, man, and we'll do this live with the show live as well and spin some tunes.
Yeah, we've been wanting to get you in for a while here just to say hi to everybody, especially because you're a neighbor of mine, close to Kingston here.
It's awesome.
Did you get to? Oh, sorry. Did you get to skate at all downtown Kingston this year? Or?
Not this year. Is it even open this year?
I don't know. I think it is, or it was. Maybe it isn't right now, but it was before. Because I remember we chatted before, and you mentioned that you go down there and skate all the time. And I've been trying to get down there and do that, and I haven't. Since I moved here. I've been here for like 2.5 years, 3 years, and I haven't been able to. So, yeah. I
do love that skating rink, and it's right beside Fire and Flower too. So you can sort of go.
It's perfect, right? And then right around the corner is Nexus Comic Book. So you got your comics, you got your cannabis, you got your skating, man. It's like. And there's a coffee shop right in between there that's amazing as well. So you're all set.
Coffee.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Right on. Well, thanks for coming on, Chuck. We're gonna have you on again for sure.
It's really good to see you guys. It's good to see some people.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for showing us your homies, man.
Yeah, thanks for having the most original, collectible, cool, display. I've never seen that before, so that was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Cool stuff.
Thanks, brother. We'll talk to you in a while.
Okay. See you, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care.
That was cool.
Ooh, that was cool.
Yeah,
I've seen those homies around.
Oh, I see. I haven't.
And they might be a little more available in the States. So
that would make sense, right? Yeah.
You know what? Okay, so speaking of States and Canada differences, you know that all the collectibles we had as kids were in French and English, right?
Yes.
So I've been figuring out, because all of the stuff that I've had that I grew up with, if it had a box and it made its way down here or something, I've been asking people, I'm like, oh, I've got like a different version, because just like Palatoy is over in the UK for certain Star Wars stuff, the Canadian stuff can sometimes be a little more interesting. And, because you have a trois de, the whole language of Star Wars on a box is in a different, it's a whole different, you spin the box around, you got English and French.
Yeah, the Canadian version,
Canadian versions of
stuff.
That's
what it is. Yeah, I've got a few of those too myself. Especially, and they did it with comic books too. They used to do with ones you would buy in a variety store.
Speaking of issues, I'll break out mine. I brought something from home. It's a little bit more modern here, and then we're gonna add some females to the mix here. We're gonna have two women off the network to the mix. So Jen Shafaro and Mercedes Nicola, if you're watching, you are next. Coming in here.
Yay!
All right, this is a Roberta Luongo.
Oh,
still in the box, McFarlane Toys. But check this out.
Todd
Do you notice
father.
anything about it?
Okay.
Oh, it's missing a number on his shoulder.
There you go. It's missing a number 1.
Okay, so what is that? We'd call a variant or
misprint.
A mistake.
Yeah. It's a
misprint. So
I found it in a like at a Walmart or something, and then took it to the guy and took it to the comic shop. And he's like, never open it ever.
Yeah.
Try to get Luongo to sign it, and it's missing the 1. So hey,
that was made on a Friday, right? The guy was like, screw this, I gotta go home, and I'm putting the other sticker on there.
They threw it in the dumpster
awesome.
after the Canucks lost the Stanley Cup in Game 7. All right, friends, it's time to add some. Okay, Fitz. We got some toys going on here. We got people standing by. So why don't we do a reveal from both of you, because you haven't done that yet. We'll do a reveal, and then we'll start adding some people from the network into the mix here. So Brent, drop a toy on us. What do you got?
You want old or new?
Old.
Fine. Look, there's so many options here.
I know.
Do you want a look, okay. I'm just like, what
I know, right? It's like,
there's so many things. But I will say, okay, when you are a Star Wars fanatic, there are certain figures that mean a little bit more than other things. Okay, so
that jacket.
Oh, I know that jacket is so
plays,
cool. Man, that should be an album cover right there, huh?
All right, Brent, you know what? This is your reveal for this segment. It's your jacket.
That jacket.
The back of your
so
jacket.
Cool.
Okay. Let me tell you a story
jacket
about
is
the
so
jacket.
cool.
Really, the jacket means way more than just the jacket. Obviously, it's the raddest, satiny 70s Evel Knievel jacket, right? Now, there's two stories to this jacket, where it came from and what I did with it. So, and real quickly, and if you can look up, just to validate, so my Evel Knievel collection, this isn't all of it by any means, but so there's an older, there's a 90s Evel Knievel, and then there's the brand new one that just came out in the last year.
Yeah,
okay?
the Keanu.
Then there's the Boba Fett Evel Knievel mashup.
What?
Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that, kids?
Oh, okay, you got to show that off. That's crazy.
Okay, this is Comic-Con stuff.
Are you kidding? I've never seen that before.
Come on. So I love mashups. I love when something, Star Wars and Kiss, or, I just love the blend. So,
that is real. I've never seen that or heard of that before, man. I know there's a lot of viewers who are into this who are going, what?
Okay, so this is not old, but again, we'll just stick with the Evel Knievel theme and a little bit of Star Wars. So, one of my dearest friends is the owner of Rogue Toy. Well, I have a story about that. Let me just, I'm going to get off track because the coffee's kicking in.
That's okay, buddy.
So, just have a look. Okay, now if we all know that's a Stormtrooper helmet, but it's a little something different about this guy.
Wow. Evel
Knievel.
Knievel.
Was used something movie related. Anyway, my dear friend is owner of Rogue Toys, which has 3 amazing locations here in Vegas. And Steve Johnston, the owner, is also on Pawn Stars. He is the consultant for all things toys. So if you've ever watched Pawn Stars, you've seen Steve come on and talk about all things. So he knows all the things that are my sicknesses. So he'll call me up and go, Brent, I got this Evel Knievel thing. And I'm like there in 5 minutes buying stuff. But okay, so this came recently.
That's amazing.
This is pretty cool. This
dude.
was my latest COVID purchase from Rogue Toys.
Nice.
And I'm pretty happy about it.
And that's pretty original. Like Evel Knievel's a pretty original one too to look. That's good. Kudos for that. I mean, I like that. That's neat.
Here we go, boys. Awesome. Time to add some women to the mix.
All right.
Here we go. We're going to add 2 people from the network.
Hey!
They're going to come in slowly but surely here.
Okay.
And here we go. All the way from different parts of the land. And as soon as they get their video going, we're going to add Mercedes Nichols and Jen Chavarro from the network. I see Jen in black and white almost. But
hey!
Hi, Jen. How are you, Mercedes?
How's it going?
Oh, Mercedes is looking for her phone.
No.
Mercedes is looking. That's the
hey, there we go.
All right, we got females on the show. Yes, females like to hang out with nerds, and here we are.
Girls like toys too.
All right, so I'm gonna just you guys can intro yourself. That's Chris Machete up there. That's Brent Fitz up there. Welcome to the Kids on the Escalator.
Hi, ladies.
It came from the basement segment.
Thanks for coming on.
Mercedes Nichol, my former co-host with the travel series on the Brent on Tour podcast, and then from appearing on my podcast, not having anything to do with her being a 4-time Olympian, has turned into a giant podcasting star. So that's Mercedes Nichol right there, 4-time Olympian.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, thanks
this
for
is
being
fun.
here.
I've been listening in on Twitter.
Excellent.
And Jen Chavarro, how are
Hi, Jen.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hockey coach to the stars, and an absolute. I'm laying the wager down that you're going to be behind an NHL bench within.
Nice.
That's the plan. Yeah, that's definitely the plan.
3 years.
All the power to you. Beautiful.
All right, I dig it.
So this is this segment it came from the basement. We're presenting toys, retro, cool shit that you got lying around that you think is rad. I don't know if you saw, Brent just brought a Evel Knievel crossover Boba Fett thing. There's all sorts of shit going on. So why don't you introduce yourself, introduce your toy, or whatever you brought to the table. We'll talk a little bit about it and go from there. Jen, go ahead.
You, Mercedes. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Jennifer Chavarro, hockey coach, as Brenton said. And I don't really have any toys. I've got hockey cards and
cool.
Lots of hockey cards. I've been collecting those for almost 30 years, so I've got quite the sizable. But as for like something that I found out of the basement, this is
something that was bought for me. It's, you remember the lip phones?
Oh,
that's awesome.
Nice.
Funny enough, my friend bought this for me on my 18th birthday, which is actually 2 weeks come Thursday is my birthday. Not my 18th, though, I wish. Yeah. But yeah, my birthday. And I kept this. I've never used it, but it does work. It's got a tone and a pulse. And she signed it for me. I don't think you can see that. But I absolutely love this. Like, I treasure this thing.
Awesome.
I've moved with this 30 times. I love this thing. And then the other one, I think, because it's part of a collection, is my Miller phone. So it's a can.
I remember those.
I had one of those. I had one of those when I was a kid. Right on.
So these are the two oldest things I have, aside from, hockey cards.
Yeah.
What's the oldest hockey card that you have?
I was gonna say that. That's my question.
I think I have. I have some from. I have a bunch of the Gretzky rookies. I just haven't found them yet. I've got close to 1 million cards in my collection.
Holy smokes!
Wow.
Basically, start in the 80s, late 70s, and then like literally up until yesterday, I bought some more.
Right, you've collected from then right up till yesterday. I love that.
Yesterday, yeah. So
that's awesome.
That's it. That's me. Those are my toys.
Well, card collections,
I love the card collection, like you said, of the 70s and 80s, because the dynasty of the Islanders and even the Canadians were still big back then. But and the Oilers, those. Whenever I see a card from that era, I always get a little warm and fuzzy. Of course, the Gretzky era, that late 70s stuff is the coolest for me.
Yes, of course. Because cards were fun back then.
Yeah.
I remember collecting.
I'm sorry.
I said, Mercedes, what do you got for us?
Okay, so all the cool stuff's at my parents' house and I'm at my house. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I did take a photo of this old school. Can you see that?
Bobsled.
Yeah, it's an old school bobsled.
Oh wow!
And my dad was like, "I had so many hours of fun with that thing," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, so did I." All you had to do was take a beer bottle and pack the snow down with the beer bottle, and then that thing just shot down the whole hill. It was hours.
I like how you had to use a beer bottle to flatten it out. That's very Canadian.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very
but then
Canadian.
I was watching, and you guys had all your toys. I don't. No, wait. Do we call them toys? Or
Sure.
Yeah,
Of
course.
Okay, I don't want to get it wrong.
All good. All good.
And I was like, I know I have a toy from when I was really little that I don't know if a lot of people will remember this, but it's called a popple.
Oh yeah, I remember the popples.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
It pops out and
It
has
does.
feet and arms.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
They have
super
the bigger
cool.
ones, and they flipped into their stomach.
Yeah,
The
so
popples?
it flips. Yeah, exactly.
They were like a
But this
pillow,
one's
the
just
other
a
ones.
mini one.
That's
but
awesome.
That's a random
Yeah,
thing. that
our
I found at my-
producer remembers those popples as well. She said she had one. So yeah.
So,
They're-
Cheers on the
Mercedes,
popple.
You have that because why? It's always been with you, and it's just followed you. Now it's in your place.
Yeah, so yeah, it's at my house now because I have 3 teddy bears, but I was told that I wasn't allowed, if I wanted to have a boyfriend, it would be best not to have any teddy bears out in my house. So I put them all away. I still don't have
interesting.
a boyfriend yet.
Oh, man. We'll probably do something about that on this show here if we put the word out.
That's right.
Yeah.
This
Someone
is now.
that's watching right now.
Somebody suggested that we
The
go.
phone is lighting up here.
Chris Rook, the producer for the Blundell Network, was saying he was watching this and then maybe putting on The Bachelor, but he's already watching it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
here
we're
we
on it
are.
live now. Awesome.
So we're about to line up our first caller for Mercedes.
Oh,
ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
thanks, thanks.
Long walks on the beach
but
and beer.
Enough about that.
Okay.
I also have random Olympic stuff because I was like, okay, you guys are into that. And I was like, oh, I guess people might be into Olympic stuff.
Yeah, because we don't ever it's a dream to us. So pop it up. Let's check it
So,
out.
okay, well, no. All my gear is at my parents' house. So at every Olympics, you get a gear bag of Team Canada stuff. So I went 4 times and I went to the Youth Olympics last year as a staff. And so I have 5 bags of gear, which is whatever.
What
It's
kind
just
of
the
gear?
clothes.
We
like
want to
the
know
clothes,
what kind of
like the jackets and the shirts and the toques and the mitts.
Team
Right.
Canada, everything's
Team
branded
Canada
Team
gear. But
Love
this
it.
is like, this is from the Sochi games. This is stuff I've like never opened. This is from the Sochi
what's
games,
that?
and I don't know
Don't
why.
open it. Don't open
I
it.
don't. No, it's fine.
No,
I
we
don't know
wanna see it.
why I've never. Do you want? Doesn't this look fun? It's
Like a soap ball? What is
Yeah, I was
that?
gonna say, put
No,
that in your
it's like-
bath.
Oh,
an
so-
angry ball.
Oh,
A
you let your
sponge. Oh,
tensions
that's
out
cool.
on. It's a tension ball.
Jeez.
Brr.
It's a tension ball.
There you go.
Very exciting. And then this is actually intriguing. I just found this again from Sochi, and I've never unpacked it, and I thought I might as well unpack it with you.
Oh
guys.
yes.
While you're doing that,
Unboxing.
while you're doing that, Jen, can you find an old phone line and call us with the lead phone? Can you plug it in?
I've got the wires here for
Yeah,
both.
can you plug us? There's a phone number you can call on the Zoom link, and that would be kind of rad. If you could call
Jen,
us on
do you
the,
have a
Oh.
home phone?
I know, I have a
Whoa.
phone, who has a home phone?
I know.
Wow. What- Those are really cool.
Oh,
Those
see.
little pins.
Yeah, they're pins.
Wow. Look at that.
oh, they put some
That's-
weed in there too.
That's so Olympic.
That is really
That's
nice.
Cool.
That's so Olympic. It's all about the pins. Once you go
I
to
love
four
it.
games, you're
That
like,
that was
"Oh,
an
look,
historical
another
moment.
pin."
Very cool. Thanks for opening that live.
Okay, so
No, but
what?
that's
hey,
awesome.
What games were you at? Give us the cities.
I was in Torino, Italy, 2006.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Vancouver, 2010.
Yep.
Sochi, 2014, and Pyeongchang, 2018.
Amazing.
Holy
Amazing.
smokes. Congratulations. That's
It's
really
just training
cool.
to go to the next one, but just
No, I'm not. No,
to
no,
hang
no.
out. Just to
Don't
hang out.
even put that on there. No, I went to the Youth Olympics
Yeah.
a year ago, January, in St. Moritz, and I was staff member there, so that was cool.
So you're officially
She got the
retired?
last flight. She got the
I'm
last flight.
retired
Officially
from competing,
retired.
but I
Just-
still snowboard.
That's awesome. Okay, very cool.
Jen, in Ontario, you're coaching. Obviously, it changed right now. Are you still working and still coaching kids and coaching hockey in general right now? Or are you on a
Well,
break?
I basically just privately train players, and I've worked with junior A up to pro. And just recently, actually, last summer, I took on my first 12-year-old. So I haven't really coached kids hockey in several years. It's been older, but it's been going good. It's been difficult trying to find, ice time and whatnot. But I focus on what I can do on dryland training and mentality training, and
Jen, and by kids, I mean everyone younger than us, which is everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
just everyone younger than this panel is a little like
We're
the three of
comfortable
us.
with
It's- Yeah,
Jen,
but it's
I-
it's great. You
I
got
think
some-
I'm the old guy here. I think so.
I don't know, man.
Do you have anybody?
I think
did you
I
have
might be a
anybody
little
get
older. I think,
drafted,
actually,
Jen?
Brent, I think we're the same age, Brent.
Okay.
I've worked with Max Domi. Steven Stamkos was on the first team I was assistant coach for.
Wow.
Awesome.
Cool.
Markham Waxers, like decades ago. Lots of them, actually. I've been working in a lot of
Amazing.
camps over the years, so a lot of players have gone pro.
So Jen, who was your favorite player growing up?
Nick Lidstrom.
Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
cool.
And
Yeah.
why? How come?
I just liked his vision. I liked how he played, how he moved on the ice. And I mean, I fell in love with the Wings in the 90s. They were just disgusting.
Right. I was gonna say, so you're a Wings fan then? Yeah.
No, I grew up on the Leafs, Bruins, and Wings. I
Mhm.
followed Joe Thornton from Boston to San Jose, now back to Toronto.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Got his
yeah.
first
Some
goal.
love for the Penguins. So it's different. When you work in hockey, your fandom kind of like spreads out.
I could see that. I think Brent can relate to that too. Once you like more bands once you start working in the industry, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because you meet people and you start to like them because of that. But yeah, that's awesome, right? I was not expecting that. I was of course expecting Gretzky, right? Like,
I'm actually Team Lemieux, so
oh,
love
okay.
me or hate me, but
Ah.
And I've got we had a little Twitter conversation today, and then I'll let you guys promote and go as we bring more people in. But my big annoyance with hockey in general is when people put a Y on the end as a nickname. Oh, there's Smithsy. Oh, there's
yeah,
oh, there's something, and we're
very Babcockish, isn't it?
So I'm just, it's kind of like,
Or is that everybody?
What's that guy like? What happens when they already have the Y on their name and they already have the nickname built in? Then what do? Why do hockey players
Ronnie.
just go, hey, Ronzi?
it's just the way it is, man. Like, and I mean, you drop the Y. So if you have the Y, you drop it. Gretzky became Gretz.
Right.
Or-
Oh
Right.
man, it's so obvious. That just dawned on me. Okay.
It's
Wow.
a term of endearment, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It's probably an inner circle kind of thing, I guess, right?
nice.
Oh, look at
I
those.
dig it. I see
Every
that.
single time we bring up a subject,
Whoa.
Brent's gonna throw something on us.
That's a nice jersey you got there, Brent.
I got issues. I collect too
That's
much stuff.
okay.
I
There's
can
like
see
a-
that. It's not an issue. I like is that Terry Fox? No, that's not Terry Fox. It's John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Never mind.
yeah.
Where? John Lennon.
Yeah,
well,
John Lennon.
He
I just saw
does
the
use-
hair.
Does look like
Music
Terry
and
Fox,
hockey.
though.
It's all over here.
Where can
There's a jersey. I can't move my can't move my laptop here, but I got like 50 jerseys in the closet here,
Nice.
and probably some hockey cards. So
Wow.
We
There's
got a whole. We got 9 other shows.
we
planned
should
of
do
just
another
hockey
episode
cards.
We
on
should do a
cards.
hockey card show.
I
Hockey cards
totally
and
agree.
jerseys.
Yep.
And I want to find see if they made a Mercedes nickel Olympic card. They must be out there somewhere.
Oh, you must have
Yeah.
some kind of stuff.
It's
out
worth
there
a
like
shit
that.
ton right now because of the huge popularity of the Dropping In podcast that got its start because she worked with me. Okay, why don't you guys? Why don't you guys promote?
Pat on your back.
Mhm.
Oh, good. You're destined for greatness all the time. Everybody, let us know where everyone can find you, Jen and Mercedes. Jen, go. Where can everybody find you?
I'm on Twitter. You can find me under Shoot with Authority. Shoot W Authority. That's not
I'm
about
following
guns.
you right
it's about
now.
shooting pucks. And yeah, aside from that, I don't have a show to promote myself, so I'll just leave it with follow your heart. It knows the way.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thanks for
Mercedes,
being on
where
the
can we
show.
find you?
I am on all social platforms at Mercedes Nickel, NICOLL, but you can find the podcast on Instagram and Facebook at Dropping In with Mercedes. And a new episode drops on Thursday.
Very cool.
And Jen, you're on a couple of podcasts. You go on a podcast every now and again too.
Yeah, I do one in Pittsburgh for about 2 years. I had my own. I interviewed Grant Fuhr, which on my first episode, which was wild.
Nice.
We
Wow,
had
that's
like 5,000 viewers, and Cam Jansen was another one. We got up to 14,000 viewers, but I don't know. I'm a coach. It's weird interviewing. Like I don't, it didn't fit for me. I'm a good guest.
Well, you're
You
used
know
to
what I mean? I'm a
you're used to
coach.
people asking you questions instead of you asking them as being a coach, right?
Yeah,
I get it.
precisely. So
I get it.
I might go back to it. We'll see what happens. But right now I'm just writing on, of course, for Dean right now.
Excellent.
DeanBlundell.com is where you can find both. Thank you
Yay.
both so much for coming on
Thanks.
here and joining us today. Mercedes, thanks again. Dropping in. Check out her podcast. It's rad. Jen, Shoot with Authority, thank you for coming on.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you very much.
nice to meet you,
Thanks
ladies.
for having me,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Come back anytime.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Bye.
Awesome. Love it when there's retro stuff just floating
Yeah.
around.
Good times. And
People
everybody,
bringing retro
everybody's
stuff.
so passionate about their collections, right? You know what I mean? It's funny too because I was talking to Chuck. He was a little nervous about showing off his collection, but he had such an awesome collection. You know, like it's good to see when you see people's toys. You kind of get a little peek inside their noggin a bit sometimes too, right? Oh, we got two dudes coming up here now,
got
don't we?
some-
I know these dudes. Look at that guy! Yeah,
There's the
are
Millennium
you
Falcon we were
kidding
talking
me?
about. Look at that, Fitz. There's the Millennium Falcon we were talking about.
Whoa!
Yes.
But it's still in the
yes.
box.
Oh, I think he just downloaded. I think he just bought the box.
Oh, is that just a picture? No, it's
That's,
not.
that's actually Mike playing with it too. It's one of the.
That's Mike on the picture there.
That's Mike on the picture. Yeah.
Hey, there he is. Hey, buddy.
I heard Brent talking about the
Oh.
frost.
see?
Oh, there you go. That was,
See,
that was
dude,
yeah.
that's-
There you go.
That
Hey,
thing is
JJ.
worth some bucks because it's got the bilingual. Cool, man. Cool.
Oh,
Le
JJ,
Neves
check this out.
Pascal Falcon Millionaire.
Instead of Thrasher, it's Slasher.
Brothers.
Like it's Slasher. See that?
That's
Welcome
close.
to the show, gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Isn't
We've
that
got,
cool?
JJ
Super
and
Zoom.
Mike.
Yeah.
JJ and Mike. back
Yay.
in the mix.
Good to see you
Mike,
again,
all
JJ. Right on, Mike.
Thank you for having me on again.
Yay,
Hello.
dudes.
So we're doing toy reveals now. We got to go back. Chris hasn't revealed a toy yet. We
Oh,
gotta
that's
go to
all right.
Chris
That's
for a minute.
no. Go ahead. I can go right at the end there, real quick. Don't worry.
Lovely. All right, boys. Thanks for hanging out in the waiting
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, it's
And,
good. This has been fun watching, and I've been frothing at all the stuff that Brent has behind him.
I know.
Because I'm still waiting to see. You were going to reach for something Star Wars,
Well,
but you
yeah.
ended up reaching for the Boba,
right.
the Evil Knievel Stormtrooper.
I did fail. I was trying to find. I'm a little frazzled. So all of my Star Wars stuff got shipped from Canada in a whole FedEx shipment a few months back, and I didn't want to take everything out of the boxes because once I committed to it, my house is only so big, and my wife will be like, "What the are you doing, dude?" So I have them all in storage. So I was trying to go over there and pull a bunch of stuff, but I definitely have like action figure wise, I had about 3 because from the original ones of all the caped Jawas where if you scratch on them, I didn't have them in a box in carded.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Wow.
That matters right there. That is probably the most important action figure outside of not carded, right?
That's your favorite one, isn't it,
think
Mike?
so.
Isn't that your favorite one?
Other than the Darth Vader with the extended lightsaber, right?
Right. This was a complete fluke. I still remember where I got this. I still remember it was. I know the mall. It was in Richmond Hill.
And you got the gun.
I have the gun, which floats. Because as I found out that this was actually worth something, I never played with this because I always wanted the one with the cloth capes because I thought those were cooler.
I know, but it turns out collectability wise. Now, can you put it up close again? No rips.
No rips. It's got the crosshatch cape.
Wow.
So it's not. It's got a little bit of paint wear. If it's graded, it's probably an 80 or an 85. But this is, and I had no idea that this had any value until my wife Carolyn, one of her buddies, who's a huge Star Wars nerd, saw this in a picture of mine of my collection. He's like, "Dude, is that like an original?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got this when I turned 5." And he's like, "You do realize that has some value?" I'm like, "Oh, really?" That's when I looked it up and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Score.
Okay, so when I brought mine over to Steve Johnson from Rogue Toys, and he kind of went through a bunch of my stuff and gave me a little better education than I thought I already had. And he goes, "Hey," because I had I think 3 of the Jawas. One was 2 vinyl cape and 1 not. Now, he said, "All right, Brent, I'm gonna hold it up and I'm gonna find out if it's really an original." And I'm like, "Well, it looks original to me." He goes, "Nope." And he did the scratch test on the cape.
Yes.
So there's a trick to that, guys. If you can scratch, the cape actually has a certain, it's not just a flat
it's a texture.
smooth vinyl. It's a texture.
Yeah.
So that is a little trick that, I mean, we're getting super nerdy here, guys.
No, that's good. We need the details like that.
It's important.
Yeah.
So the originals, because there's repros of everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing with the guns too.
Yes.
I found a group on Facebook, the Imperial Commissary, and it's all Star Wars collector nerds. And I put this up. I'm like, is this legit? Blah blah blah. The cape matched, and they said, well, check the gun because the gun is also where repro. It's been redone. It has to float. If you can put it in water and it floats, it's an original gun. It's bizarre.
That's what you mean by. I had no idea what you're talking about.
The floating gun.
I
didn't know.
Yeah. So
I didn't know about that. That's so rad.
So JJ, what do you got for us today, buddy?
Yeah.
JJ.
So I was going to show my Jawa, but you already beat me to it. Yours is in better condition.
I knew you were going to pull that as soon as you were like, not a lot of Star Wars, and I'm like, he's pulling the Jawa. I know.
Isn't that great that if you're in the club, in the super nerd club, there's just if you had a Boba Fett with
the rocket launcher in the back, yeah,
it's impossible. I've never even seen one, but I know they exist. But no.
JJ, tell me you found what you were looking for.
So I'll get to my Star Wars stuff in just a sec. The only thing I have original that I used to play with as a kid is from 1983. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Oh,
look at that.
That's the G.I.
Joe. We were talking about those earlier.
Those are rad. Oh yeah.
Wings pop out.
Dude, I still have one in the box too.
I mean, it's missing the glass on the the cockpit. It doesn't have any bombs on it, but I played the shit. Can I swear on this?
You can, yeah.
Anyway, I played the crap out of it.
Wow.
So that's the only original toy I have from when I was 10.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And then last week I was talking about some action figures, Star Wars action figures I had. They are all. None of them are original, but I think they're kind of cool still. In the box.
Oh yeah, the retro ones, right?
This one is from 2004. I have a ton of them. Chewbacca and
nice.
Anyway, and they all. I don't know if it makes a difference. You guys are.
Yeah, they don't have the holes punched.
Does that matter?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but then the ones that I thought that might be more of value, which seem to be tougher to get, are these expanded universe ones.
Ooh. Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I don't even know who this guy is.
No, I can't read it. My eyes aren't very good.
Nominor.
Nominar.
Yeah, Nom Anor. Do you know who that is?
No.
Yeah, wasn't that the song they sang on Sesame Street?
Nom, nom, nom.
Now, I know that you guys probably have all the toys or some version of the toys I just pulled out. Brent, the way you pulled out those Gretzky shirts when Mercedes was talking about, I was like, holy shit, these guys got everything. But a throwback to 2008, which I felt was a little apropos for the day, I have, and I got this at the inauguration.
Oh, look at that.
Awesome.
Obama.
That's way
Back
cool.
in 2008, I was working at a radio station, and they flew me out to Washington for the day. Like, I had to come back later on that night. But anyway.
Man, that's
that.
mint, buddy.
So
Oh, yeah, see the back.
Great,
oh,
JJ.
Wow.
We just lost all our Alberta and Ontario
Oh,
watchers,
sorry,
so-
everybody.
That's
Sorry
all
about the
right.
pipeline.
We'll
Oops.
take it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's what
Wow.
I got, guys.
So what? Somebody wait.
Okay,
That,
so can
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
ask about the behind you? So I see Muhammad Ali. I see Prince.
Oh, yeah.
What else? I see
so
Hendrix.
You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with Bruce Lee.
Oh,
Tupac,
God, yeah. Yep.
Johnny Cash, of course. Hendrix. Bob Marley, and then MLK up at the top.
Yeah,
wow.
that's super
Yeah,
rad.
those are just photographs. I mean,
You guys were talking Muppets and such. This is part of the Carolyn collection.
Oh, look at that.
oh
That's
wow.
Oh
Sesame
my
Street,
gosh.
The old
The street.
Sesame
Oh,
Street.
That's
Yeah,
Mr.
that's so
Hooper's
cool.
store, isn't it? Isn't that Mr. Hooper's store?
That is
The,
so
the
cool.
little opening up.
Wow.
Open it up. Let's see. Let's see.
What?
So, and it's got a little chalkboard inside.
Oh yeah.
that you could,
I gotta buy that.
That is
you had,
amazing.
There are figures. They're in another box somewhere else. When you talk about obscure, weird stuff, I also have the Fisher Price play.
That's
Oh,
cool.
I remember those.
That's
I
so
remember
cool.
those. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
The
Yep.
Star Wars stuff for sure. But this one.
Oh, the Death Star. Part of the Death Star there. That is
this
really,
one
really
is,
cool.
This is total Canadiana.
What do we got?
So, Carolyn, my wife, her dad owned a home hardware, and they gave.
Don't
the
bring that
dealer-
truck up.
Oh,
there it
there's
is.
the truck.
that
There
truck.
it is.
Yeah, but is that the new
Classic
version?
Canadian.
Because the
No.
old version had the bigger cab, right?
This is the bigger cab. This
Wow.
is probably.
That seems big.
Carolyn said somewhere 70s, mid 70s. It used to transport Barbies, apparently, but this was given to store owners, so it wasn't actually sold. So we have this, and we have.
Wow, that's a
there's
limited edition.
But there's another truck front. There's another cab, like another more boxier rig
Yes.
as well, which
There's
might have
a-
been an 80s one, maybe.
It's a smaller one. It's Ertl made it, or I think it's called Ertl. I think that was the toy company. And it looks almost like a van, but it's the same
Yeah.
idea. It's a home hardware van. So, yeah.
By the way, we've added more nerds. We
Oh,
got them
yeah.
all. We got the nerd dad.
Hey!
By the
we
way,
got-
Chris,
Yo.
there you go.
Oh,
There
there's
you
the
go.
action figure
There it
case.
is.
Oh yeah.
Brent has the
That's
other one.
original?
Yeah.
This one's
then-
this is still the original.
That's
I
awesome.
think there was C-3PO too, right?
Yes, there was. Yes.
Wicked.
Yeah, and Brent
And
has the one with
also-
the graphics on it.
Yeah, and also Brent there or Chris.
Oh, that's the original. You got all the pieces for it as well?
Well, more or less. Some of the stuff, like what sucks is I was the kid that played. Like I played.
Yeah, I
with
did
all my
too.
toys.
Yeah.
My toys are very well used, except for the Jawa because he did nothing and he was so stiff. So I just left him alone, and sure enough, that's the one
That was the one you needed to.
survived.
That's awesome. Mike, wow, you got a great collection, Mike. Holy cow. And
my
that's just like,
God.
I imagine that's just like
Dying
the
here.
tip, right? The tip
And-
of the iceberg.
And Mercedes was gonna do it. She did an unboxing. I
Yeah.
was going to unbox this,
Oh, that's so kidding.
but I don't dare open this. This is
Oh.
from 1981.
Woodstock.
My dad's basement. So he's part of this. Yeah.
Oh, that's a Bob and
this
Doug
is
episode,
basement,
man.
and
That is
that's-
beautiful. Wow, Mike. Nice,
Yeah.
nice stuff,
Way too
Mike.
mu- Oh, look at that.
There's
There
the
you go.
album.
There's some.
I knew it would come in handy at some point there, guys. There it is. That's what I
Yeah.
brought to the table today. I brought a
Beautiful.
little,
Nice.
there we go,
We
to
gotta
go
do-
with
We gotta do a
Michael's stuff. So anyways.
Bob
I
and
knew
Doug
it would work.
episode.
I knew it
Would
would
be
work.
great.
Guys, say hi to Daryl Spring from Daryl Talks to Bands. And
Hi,
Daryl,
Daryl.
Nerd Dad.
What's up, Daryl?
What's up, guys?
What's up,
How you
buddy?
doing?
Daryl, I talked to Daryl earlier today. And
Nerding out is what we're doing.
He goes, I got something for this show. So I'm going to
I
get your
do.
ass on here.
I do actually. So it's funny because when I started getting into podcasting, I actually sold some OG Transformer stuff to buy a Rodecaster.
Ooh.
But there's one thing that I wouldn't sell. I refused to sell because I've always been like a big kind of music guy. That's the deal. So I kept
wow.
Or
I kept
Soundwave.
it. Yeah, that's Soundwave. Yeah. I do have.
Do you have the cassette?
Okay. I got all of them.
Nice.
So
oh my God, look at that.
Wow.
Those were the
There's one.
best.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, I had that, but it's long gone. Oh, I had that
Daryl,
one.
turn
That's
your-
the one.
Daryl,
That's the
turn your
bird
camera
one. Yeah.
sideways, buddy. Daryl, turn your camera sideways.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
Wow.
those are in mint.
Look at that.
And I do. The guy that I sold some stuff to, he actually is the same guy that that printed my stickers. This is like it's totally Ottawa because Ottawa is it's like a city, but it's really a small town.
Mhm.
He gave me this canvas
Whoa.
of Ravage.
Wow, that is bitchin'.
And Ravage, actually, the actual like Transformer hangs from the rear view mirror in my car. Yeah.
Nice. So, did you like the movies?
Not. I mean, not overly. I like
Right.
I love the OG like cartoon series as a kid. Like I don't know, Optimus Prime dying made.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. Were you okay with that? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we grow up with the never-ending story though, where it's like you could die if you get too sad. So it's like there's just more traumatic shit back then than there was now for kids. You know, like I don't know, it was normal.
That's awesome, man. I love Transformers, especially the classic ones. The old cartoons are great.
Yeah, they are. They're really good.
Nice.
Have you guys done what was better, G.I. Joe or Transformers?
Oh no, but that would be good.
It's definitely a G.I. Joe
Transformers.
guy.
Mhm.
Oh,
I love G.I. Joe. I'm a G.I. Joe guy. Did they ever cross? You know, I got a question. Did they ever crossover? Was there a crossover at all
In the
between them?
comic
'Cause
books?
The animation was really about the same kind of.
Well, the comic books brought in even G-Force, man. There's like G-Force, there's the Transformers, there's the Micronauts. There's all kinds of cool stuff they do in the comics. Yeah. Oh, I got that's what I got. That's what I got a box, an old box of Micronaut here.
How come you haven't shown us a toy yet, Chris?
Well, I got one. It's coming, man. It's coming. It's Micronauts.
Okay.
Joe, what do you got, bud?
Joe!
Gentlemen, this is, I don't know if you can see, so it's a Batmobile,
Wow.
but it's a phone.
Oh my God! Look at that. It's our second phone of the evening. We got a. That's awesome.
It's the Michael Keaton Batman.
That's
but
great.
It's a phone. This one came from my parents'
Hey,
place.
why
This
can't
one
I
has
see
this? This has followed me around. Got some more stuff, but I'm a little younger than all you guys, so my retro stuff isn't. It's not as quite as retro as yours.
That's okay.
Game Boy Pocket.
Oh.
Red.
Wow.
And I happen to have Pokemon in it still.
Oh, there you
Pokemon's
go.
Silver, so we're still there.
Turn on?
It does. When it's charged up, it totally still works. Stay Puff.
Hey.
Classic.
Wow.
Stay Puff Marshmallow Man.
Classic.
Beautiful.
Classic.
And I know there's a lot of music here. So I
Oh, the Muppets. Here we go. More Muppets.
Muppet movie
The best.
vinyl.
The best.
Vinyl soundtrack.
That's
So,
Is that from
uh,
back in the day, or did you pick that up recently?
No, this is an original. This
That's
is
an original.
this is a parents had it for me when I was a kid. And that's something that we used in our house. So
Wow.
That's awesome, Joe. Very cool, man.
thanks,
Very
man. I know, and when I heard the idea, I was like, do I risk COVID to go to my parents' basement?
For toys,
Do I see
yes.
do I see what I got around here?
Well, that's two classic phones. You guys could call each other, and you can see if the phones still work. We had some lip phones on there earlier.
Saw that.
Jen
That
brought a
was
lip
cool.
phone.
Yeah.
It's been
That was
crazy.
cool.
That was awesome.
I think
Very
it's funny how
80s.
everybody says their toys and stuff are in their basement and not in their own basement, their parents' basement.
Right.
Because Carolyn has already said that if I die, it's just come in and take all. She doesn't care.
Oh no.
Just come and take it away. And I said the only thing I want to be buried with is this. That's it. Just this. Everything else you can do with what you want. But
Yeah.
she's like, I don't want any of this shit. So if you die, just know that it's going. Like somebody can come in and take the whole thing. So Yeah, just that. That's all that's going in the.
Owen will grab it all up, buddy. Owen will scoop it up.
I'm gifting mine to all your guys' kids. So
oh, that's what Brent. That's on video, Brent. We're holding to that.
Yeah. We're holding to that.
I held on to this for my kids, and they didn't care about it at all. They were like,
I know, send it out my way. I'll take it.
Well, my daughter has my comic collection.
Let's go around the horn. Where can everybody find all four y'all? Mike, you get to go last because because we're gonna cut a promo for us. Joe, where can everybody find you, buddy?
Mike's OG here.
I'm everywhere at that nerd dad.
Yes, he is.
Twitter, Facebook. It started a YouTube channel last week, so you can find me everywhere at that nerd dad.
JJ.
Of course, you can find me social media at Toronto JJ. The podcast is Unfiltered with JJ and Melanie. This past week, we had Dr. Jess O'Reilly, sex therapist, on the show. It was really great. We talked about sex clubs. We talked about splooshing, which is putting cake on your genitalia. It was a fantastic, entertaining, very informative episode. It's episode 56 right now. Unfiltered. Unfiltered with JJ and Melanie.
Daryl.
So you can find me at Daryl Spring on Twitter. The podcast is Daryl Talks to Bands, which it's ubiquitous. You can find it everywhere. And speaking of which, I had USS on the first episode last week, and Dean was on the second episode of season 2, which got published today. So
excellent.
Excellent. Yeah. And wrapping it up, Mike, what are you up to?
The main man.
You find me in my basement
with all my toys.
Like I brought, like, that's the thing. I'm inside my recording booth right now, and so I've got a whole bunch of shit in here now that I have to haul out. No, same old. You know, I will be appearing at some point on a brand new podcast coming from Brent. I think at some point, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
I think sounds concrete.
Yeah, now you're obligated.
I think I'm going to be saying some things for your podcast.
Are you talking about my podcast?
Your podcast. Oh,
Coffee.
No.
Coffee's on the way. Coffee's returning, but that's not as exciting as what everyone else is doing on here. So, anyways, that's what. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us for the thing and showing off the toys. We're going to do this again very shortly. Definitely. Is there any last minute toys that we're going out with, JJ? Is there anything else you wanted to get in before we go? Mike, anything else you wanted to get in? Or did you bring to the table what you had?
No! I think Joe, you can relate to that one. Joe, do you got one of those around for your kids?
Everyone has to do the Costanza.
Throw them away as soon as they get them.
Oh, look at those old video games.
Oh,
these are so bad. These are terrible.
Well, then I'm adding to the mix.
Dots.
I got
and a Casio. And a Casio.
Wildfire pinball.
Yeah, does anybody remember the Wildfire pinball?
Pinball's rad.
Yeah.
Oh, the Casio is great too.
Is that an Alf?
Hey, it's Alf!
Wow.
It is the talking cassette Alf with the cassette in the back.
I'll make it say something.
Yeah, that's the problem. Before I came on, I was trying to fix the electronics are shot in it.
Oh man, my kids love Alf. It's on Prime. It's fantastic.
Is this toy controversial now? I think.
That's classic. That's just youth right there, man. I had one of those, buddy. That's mint. That's nice.
And also the kit.
Oh, the Knight Rider.
Those are OGs. I don't know. You can probably not see the date, but it's got stamped on the bottom there. I think it's like 84, 82 or something.
Beautiful.
Whatever. Yeah.
Sweet.
Those are
They
awesome
managed
favorite
to
TV shows.
It's funny to
survive
think
all the moves.
Funny to think
Awesome,
that
awesome.
84 and 82 is considered vintage now.
Yeah.
Now I
Pretty
feel
old.
really old. Yeah.
Pretty old.
You got really quiet there when you said that.
Sure, I'm the youngest on this panel. Anyways.
I was born in the 70s. You just got to accept it. And
Yeah, I love the 70s.
look, clearly
Thanks
we're not
for joining
able
us,
to
gang. Thanks for
to
joining
fully
us.
grow up,
It came from the basement. And stand by for all the highlights and all the things that go with it. Thanks for sharing your shit.
Thanks,
All right, thank you guys.
It's
That's
awesome.
Peace.
Rad.
Take care, guys.
Adios.
Yay! Okay, so I have one toy. So I'm going to show my toy off now. Here we go. So I just gotta reach.
We got video. We got video from Todd. We got some stuff that's
So one sec. Look at this. This is the rocket tubes from the Micronauts. Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's rad.
It's all in there in the box. It's all there.
Look at that.
Like, let me see the whole box. What else is on it?
Where's it set up?
Dude, that's cool.
See the French?
System de transport.
See the French?
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
There we got over there. That's the same on the other side. I think that's... Oh, I'm losing my headphones.
I thought Micronauts was pretty advanced. You know, like, obviously, like, Lego's a super craze now for everybody, but
really
Micronauts
heavy.
was a little more, I don't know. I loved Micronauts. But
Dude, like that's...
I don't have any mine.
No, but they're old, right? Like that's from that's dating myself right there because those were before the Star Wars toys and everything. You know what I mean? You could interchange them and stuff, right? And then of course you got to have. Well, if it comes to the Micronauts, you got to have this guy right here. You got to have Time Traveler, right? You got to have him. So I got a bunch of these, man. This is like. I could have brought up a box of every action figure still in the original packaging from the Revenge of the Sith movie. I have them all. Like, I sold a song to Ontario Tourism, and I took all the money and I went to all the Walmarts and I bought all the Revenge of the Sith action figures from Port Perry to like Toronto, man. And I went out with shopping carts and I had such a good time. But I have all those, but that would have took too long to go through and whatever. So yeah, so the Micronauts, the tubes there, man. You put these little guys in the tubes and it would send them around to different spots in there, right? And it still kind of works, but yeah, that's my classic toy right there. And this, of course, this was gold, man. Like this thing here, the Wildfire. Do you remember that one, Brent?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was totally into all those little when games were portable. Like
you were showing some, right?
Games.
Let me see those ones you had again.
Well, remember when they had like a Q*bert and a Pac-Man?
Yeah. Oh,
like
the
a
mini
little
versions.
representative of a tabletop thing.
Yes.
They're selling them now. They're selling them now still. You can get them at like Walmart and stuff, but they're
Toys R Us,
you know, you can also download it on your phone.
So Brent, were your sports games though? What ones did you have? There were so many people on there. Oh, there we go. Oh, Space Invaders.
Yeah.
And hockey.
So I
Oh
also
man, that one's great. That hockey
I
one.
had Q*bert and Zaxxon.
Oh,
went missing. So I'm currently bidding on that on eBay, and it's like $500. I'm like, are you kidding me? So
Zaxxon was a great game, dude. Like the 3D-ness of Zaxxon was mind blowing. I thought, you know, coming in like it wasn't really 3D, but it made it look like it was with the vector art, and it's so cool.
I just pulled out. I had been trying to put my Atari back together. So what I did was, and it all happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I had the original 2600, but that was long gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the Junior, which is the small version with the rainbow logo.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I hadn't played with it since it was in my parents' place.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow I just pulled it all out the other day, but it doesn't work.
Oh no.
So what I'm going to do is so there's that new Retron, or there's a new one, like it's a reissue. It's smaller. It's probably brand new, but it's not as fun for me. Like I have to have the wood grain original.
The Woody.
So I'm like, so I'm looking to buy that right now. I'm in a little bit of Atari mode. But you know what the problem is? Those games are not good.
No,
they make me feel okay for a minute, but they're just not good. I mean, come on, guys. We know, like, Pac-Man was okay, but like, you know, I've tried to like some of the sports games. I thought, well, hockey was kind of fun, wasn't it? But you know, I remember
Blades of Steel. I love.
Well, that's Nintendo, right?
That was Nintendo.
But Brent, the Atari, you need to have a lot of them. That's the trick, right? Is
I know.
You throw in Haunted House and then you jump over to Adventure, and you can't like spend a lot of time on one game unless it's ET, right?
I have that. That was that game. It's terrible.
It was rated the worst game ever. I know.
I had it.
That's because they couldn't finish it, right? They made it so you couldn't finish it. Well, no, by accident. By accident, it was a thing. We got some guest videos, and
awesome.
then we'll wrap it up. We've been going as it goes. Lonnie's on the controls here, but we got 2 guest videos that sent in a 1-minute clip of their toys, including some guys from a podcast called Comic Book Keepers, which are pretty rad. We joined this conglomerate with them. They added us to this network of comic book nerds and people that are doing it. So there's a whole bunch of people on there. So Lonnie, do you want to queue up the Comic Book Keeper? They weighed in with a
cool. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Hey kids on the Escalator Podcast. My name is Lance and I am one half of the hosts of Comic Book Keepers podcast, where we do deep dives into everything comic book related. And I am here as part of the It Came From the Basement segment to talk about this beast right here. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragonzord Battle Mode. And you could do a lot of different combinations with it. I still have the Tyrannosaurus Zord here. and you could do all these different combinations, and it was just a fantastic toy. It was one of my favorites. I really don't care that it's missing stickers and accessories and complete parts of the tail and the weapons. This has been mine since the very beginning. I'm a 90s kid, so this was like the epitome of my childhood right here and Power Rangers show. If you want to check out our podcast and learn a little bit more about comic books, you can find us at CBKcast on Instagram and Twitter, as well as just searching for Comic Book Keepers on any of your favorite streaming platforms. Thanks for having us on.
Son. And I wore it on Jimmy Kimmel for our first gig on the last Slash tour.
Yeah.
So I just thought it would be good karma. But check it out. It's reversible. So it's also got the black side of it.
Oh, that's
See
awesome.
This?
Oh, look at that.
Is this the craziest, coolest jacket ever? So anyway.
That's wicked. Did that work there?
I had to pull it out for you guys.
That's wicked, dude. That's wicked.
This is great. I had to dust a lot of my stuff, kids. You know, all this stuff had not been touched in a while. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to talk about toys. I went to touch things and I was like,
oh no.
So I was dusting a bunch of this and I moved a bunch of stuff around. But oh my gosh, there's like.
It's always fun to rearrange things too, right?
See, the thing though, you mentioned, Chris, you have a storage of stuff where in your basement or something.
Yeah.
You know, we start boxing these things up. Oh, I bought a bunch of stuff you bought a lot of, like a lot of the Sith stuff. You went all around and now you have this collection, but then you can't put it up all on the walls. So
I know.
It sits in boxes. Like
it makes me sad, dude.
You got any of that in your house? Do you have or are your kids currently playing with their stuff? And
I've got Chris gave me all the Justice League toys a couple years ago. Like he had a Christmas theme going over the years. I had a bunch of that stuff. All my old stuff has basically it's gone. Most of it's gone from that time growing up because I got a lot of secondhand toys. I'm not saying we didn't get new stuff. It was just like there was so many. My cousin Daryl had rad stuff and I would get it, or I just got a lot of stuff kind of given to me. And then at that time it was like, it just kind of moved on to someone else or it moved on, whatever. So I had a bunch of G.I. Joe, a bunch of other things, but I don't have a ton of stuff anymore, unfortunately.
Now, is there anything from your kids that you're going to be like, okay, once Alex, we're done playing with that, we're going to put that away because that might be worth something. Is there anything in your house that's kind of cool?
No, I've got everything wrapped up for them right now. So they're not, they're not, there's nothing really there just yet.
You got to aim them towards good toys.
Yeah. I got to get him some good toys, but
some Spider-Man stuff. Yeah.
So we had the videos. I don't know. I can't tell from here if it was broadcast. Chris, could you see the broadcast there? Could you see?
I could on the side here, though. Do you want to play it again? We're just.
Yeah, Brent, can you see it?
Nope.
No, that's the thing. You guys won't be able to see it. It'll be just on in the main system here.
So I missed it, but did the viewers see it? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is I want to give them their due. So
you want to play it again?
Let's play it again. Brent, just tune in to the broadcast section on your phone or something, and we can check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
And
let the video go.
I'm gonna mute. Here we go.
Hey kids on the Escalator Podcast. My name is Lance and I am one half of the hosts of Comic Book Keepers Podcast, where we do deep dives into everything comic book related. And I am here as part of the It Came From the Basement segment to talk about this beast right here. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Zord Battle Mode. And you could do a lot of different combinations with it. I still have the Tyrannosaurus Zord here. And you could do all these different combinations, and it was just a fantastic toy. It was one of my favorites. And I really don't care that it's missing stickers and accessories and complete parts of the tail and the weapons. This has been mine since the very beginning. I'm a 90s kid, so this was like the epitome of my childhood right here and Power Rangers show. If you want to check out our podcast and learn a little bit more about comic books, you can find us at CBKcast on Instagram and Twitter, as well as just searching for Comic Book Keepers on any of your favorite streaming platforms. Thanks for having us on.
Right on. A little bit of 90s toys there, right? That's good. Did you unmute us? Yeah, he's good. You're all good? You're on mute, Brent. No, you're all good?
Did you catch that, Brent?
Well, I'm just watching it now.
Oh, there you go.
Technology challenged. So
technology.
I got it on my phone.
90s toys, Brent. Yeah, so back to the Power Rangers. It was Power Rangers, correct? Yeah. That's rad. See, I'm not too fluent in the Power Rangers. So that'd be cool. I like to get schooled on that a little bit. I heard they're rebooting that possibly, like they did with the Cobra Kai thing, the Karate Kid.
I gotta watch that. My wife's watching it. She says it's amazing.
Brent, same thing. My wife's watching it. She tells me same thing. You got to sit down and watch this, Chris. I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting through this, and then I'll sit down and watch it. I'm on a Quentin Tarantino kick right now. I'm watching all these Tarantino movies. I got a channel where it just streams them, Tarantino movies. It's really, really cool.
We got one more video.
Oh, okay, great. Who do we got now?
From a friend of ours that plays in a band with a guy that might be on this show.
Oh.
Who sent us a bit of a rad video. So for our viewers watching at home, please tune in to the next one. And Ilana, you got that queued up, ready to go?
Yeah, I think this might rhyme with Holy Grail.
Hello, kids in the elevator. It's Todd
Elevator!
right here showing off his vintage toys, of which I have many, but I'm going to show you my favorite vintage toy. It's more than a toy, it's an apparatus for amusement and joy. This is a 1978 KISS pinball machine by the mother of all pinball machine makers, Bally. I've had it for 10 plus years, I can't remember, but this is the beauty of it. Watch. Everything's in full working order. Wait for the noises. Some great kickstart noises. And then this is been completely restored. Mostly just lights and stuff like that go out over the years. But it's in perfect working condition. All night and party every day. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not very good at this. My good friends like Slash, Mark Tremonti, those kind of guys, they collect these machines. And they're really good. So like keep playing and we'll write down the name. But as you can see, it's a perfectly restored 1978. As a little lad, I'd come into the arcade and this thing would just be standing there. And now, as a grown-ass man, I have this in my house. So come on over. Let's play some pinball. Love you guys. Peace.
You unmute me? What? Unmute me? Okay, we're back. It says that I'm muted. No?
Amazing. Chris, you just got to unmute, buddy.
Yep, you got to unmute me, baby.
Rad. Awesome.
Love you guys.
No.
Fun stuff.
There you go.
Dude.
That's cool.
Hey, there we go. Wow, that's the holy grail of KISS stuff.
Yeah, I don't have that. I've always wanted the pinball, and but now that they've reissued, there's a AC/DC, an Aerosmith, and the Guns N' Roses one looks pretty rad too. But that new KISS pinball machine is super rad, and I'd probably go for the new one just because I love pinball, and I think if I'm gonna have it in the house, because like Todd mentioned about Slash has so many great pinball machines, and he kind of like over time I think he switches them out after a while. Like he's he's like a collector, but he also probably gets tired of one and swaps it out. But I don't know. The KISS one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it does. Like I love pinball. That's one thing I really got to get. My daughter's in the basement right now. My daughter's in the basement with all the toys, but she has an apartment we built in the basement for her right now. And because the music scene's done, right, so she's got nothing going on. She was running shows there, Brent. She was doing yeah, she was working for B Rent there. She was doing some rad stuff out there in Vancouver. Yeah, but it's all shut down, so she's here now. But when she moves on to another place, I'm gonna turn that room we built into like a games room, and I'm gonna christen it with a pinball machine. Probably won't be a KISS one because I don't know if I can swing that, but it's gonna be something really cool.
It's those are like the one Todd has, highly collectible.
Hard to get parts for it though, I bet, right, buddy? Like if you get a new one, if something goes wrong with it, you could probably get parts for it a lot easier.
Actually, if you know Slash, then you're gonna know his little circle of pinball expert repair guys.
Oh, so you're kidding me! Oh,
I bet you Todd's got a guy.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Todd's is in mint shape, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
It toys are always about reflecting on a good time growing up. So I think of the Kiss pinball machines the first time I saw it at like the dairy scoop down the street next to the Max Milk by my house.
Yeah.
And, going in and seeing that pinball machine, when I go to Todd's house and I see it, it just brings me back to that time of, how good it felt seeing it. So
yeah, buddy. Yeah, the vibes off that pinball machine are amazing. Very, very cool. Much like your jacket and the whole Evel Knievel thing. It's just because you don't see that anymore. And most of the comic books I have from the 70s, excuse me, every other one has an ad for Evel Knievel in it, right? For the wind-up toy or just for the whole play set with the van and the whole deal. Yeah, really cool stuff. Brings back such great memories.
What were those the things you put in water and it was like
the sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys,
dude.
The other ad in every comic back in those days.
Yeah, they were, man. Yeah, and they made them
right.
made them look like you got a family in there and stuff, but they were just fairy shrimp.
Crazy.
Fitz, before we let you go, hey man, number one, thanks for coming on and co-hosting with us today.
Thanks for tolerating my coffee.
Oh, are you kidding?
I'm with you, man. I'm
collecting and
I'm
great
with you
to share all your stories.
I'm going to do a rapid fire toy extravaganza with you. Chris, just name out. I'm sure you've got something. If we yell it out, you've got it, Brent. So I'm going to start this off, and I'm going to just throw something at you, and you got to grab it real quick. We're going to do this in like 30 seconds to see if you can pull this off. Ready? Superman.
Not handy.
That's the thing. It's hard to just grab a toy, man. Yeah.
Some of my stuff is on a shelf that's mounted because I actually put my action figures down. I don't want them to fall. So I can say, over here, I have something Superman related for you, and I can't get it for you. I'm sorry.
But you got something. That's tough.
Beatles?
The mug.
You got the Beatles behind you. Yeah.
Well, these are,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You got
right
them
there.
all, man. It's great. Between
that
you and
is
Chris,
cool.
You've got the toy collection of the world. Okay. Man, you've given us 2 hours of your life. You've already been podcasting today.
I didn't realize your toy collection was that immense, Brent. I'm impressed, man.
Oh, man.
I know you keep saying you got issues and stuff, but to me, it's just like, no, man. It's like it's heart. Honestly, it's heartwarming because when I was a kid, I had to hide this kind of stuff because I was in such a small town, right? So a lot of this stuff brings back even more warm memories because it was like my personal thing. But it's so cool to see that other people, other musicians, other human beings, other rad people enjoy toys and it makes them so happy as me. So I just like seeing that, buddy. Thank you.
But you got to find a spouse, another half that tolerates.
I've said that
this stuff.
Every anniversary. Yep. Somebody puts up with
wives.
My shit.
I know both your wives personally, and they are very accepting and are let us do our thing, and this is why we have our stuff. Sometimes you need just a little bit of space. Our wife might need a little more room in the closet, but I'm okay. Like I just need some room for some vinyl. And I got
but you see, your wife has horses, Brent. She's got to go.
Whoa, that's cool.
She's got to go to a ranch. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy to put it in a room. So
that's a good trade-off. Horses,
awesome.
House full of toys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's not home right now. She's at the horses. So
I bet. Yeah.
I'm allowed to play with you boys right now. And
well, tell her that we appreciate it, my friend. Tell her we appreciate it.
I will.
Tell us all the things, Brent. Where can everybody find you with all this stuff? Because you've given us 2 hours, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh gosh, it's just been great with you guys. Well, earlier I want to plug because earlier today I was on my own with my other band members, that being Todd Kearns as well. Took Talk. We do that every Tuesday, which is we talk about music and lots of Canadiana, and then so that's sort of like my most online presence right now because we're all dealing in COVID times. So there's not much music to talk about other than I'm on every social media and I'm not hidden. I'm under Brent Fitz, but I'm kind of quiet. I'm kind of enjoying, listening and talking to everybody else. So this is kind of fun talking to you guys, but I haven't been promoting myself so much because I'm enjoying the pause. I'm spending the time looking at my stuff and playing my records and talking to my friends. So it's this has been kind of cathartic.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm on everything. Brent Fitz. You can find me on all those social media stuff.
Just Google the dude's name and you'll find him. I watched you guys play Hot Child in the City. A cover Hot Child in the City today.
Oh,
Took.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's been in the set list more recently because we put it on the most recent record. Yeah. But Yeah.
I love that. I just love that song. Hot Child in the City. That's this rad tune. Bow, 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 bow. Just a rad tune. So yeah, Took does a cover of that, and I thought it was awesome. You see that on YouTube, man. Good stuff.
That song is the era of these toys.
It is. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. The vibe off that I got. Not that the originals are fantastic as well, but that one just. When I'm checking out a band, I always like to look at their obscure covers just to see what they're throwing in there, and when it's done really well, like you guys did, impressive. Loved it.
Just love giving back for all the stuff we grew up on. Yeah, again, it's just a reflection of all the things I enjoy that made me who I am today. Toys and music and whatever.
So cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us today, buddy. It actually inspires other nerdy people to, not be so afraid of their collections. As I say, I hid everything when I was younger, man. I actually had a friend tell me in grade 9 that if I didn't play guitar so well, I'd probably get the shit kicked out of me every day. You know what I mean, right? Because they knew me and they'd come to my house and see, like the Goldbergs. If you've seen the show The Goldbergs, I was like that kid, man. I had those toys everywhere, right? You know what I mean? That's what it was like. So yeah. But I appreciate hearing all the stories, Brent. Thanks for being on, buddy. Super cool, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yep. Let's do it again. Let's
Definitely.
Just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's continue. We'll have a nap. We'll get right back at it.
I like it.
This never ends, man. We got so many things to break down. That we can turn into shows with the people that we do. So
yeah.
But awesome to have you in the co-host chair today.
Thanks, guys. And I'm empty. I got to get more coffee.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm out of beer too.
I'm gonna watch a little bit of The Crown. I got a few shows to get through tonight, and
nice. Ooh, Lonnie likes that.
And I got to get through The Crown so I can get to Cobra Kai because that'll be the next one on the list.
I've watched a bit of it, and I was really impressed. So I watched a bit of it. I was really impressed. I got to sit down and watch it proper. I think you'll dig it.
Next for me.
Donnelly, yeah. What have you been on? Are you watching with
Archer?
your kids?
I discovered Archer. I just got on Archer. I can't believe it. If you haven't seen it, I mean, everyone go there right now. It's like old style animation, like G.I. Joe, but better. The writing is unbelievable. It's like the funniest goddamn show I've seen, and I mean, it's been on since what 2009, but I'm just catching it now. Bob's Burger, guys.
Yeah, that happens, right?
Archer. It's on Netflix.
Too, yeah.
It is deadly. It is the funniest damn show.
I'm just making a note.
Yeah, Archer on that. What else am I watching? Well, obviously we're on WandaVision now, and getting into that, and that's a whole show in itself. And then hockey. Hockey's back. I'm watching hockey.
Yay!
I'm in a hockey pool, I'm paying attention every single day now. And there we go.
It's a Canadian it's a Canadian podcast when no matter what the subject is, you end off talking about hockey.
Oh,
and then the other show that, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to say, I was watching the Jets game, and you guys pulled me away from my darn game.
Oh,
to be on this.
Who are they playing?
But that's how excited I was.
That's
I didn't
awesome.
Care. But I just noticed the Jets won.
Who are they playing tonight?
They played Ottawa.
Okay.
They lost last night to Toronto.
Yes, they did, buddy. Yes, they did.
I know, but we don't have Patrick Laine, so we can.
I saw that. Yeah.
Look, no excuses. We're just getting all the teams. No preseason. Come on, everyone's just getting their season legs in. But
it's gonna take a few
all
weeks.
the teams have some interesting. Like even the Canucks have. All these teams have
trouble, man. Vancouver's in trouble.
I know, but they have some cool new faces. New faces. What's the goalie? Is that Mark? What's the?
We got Braden Holtby.
Braden Holtby. Okay. Who's from
Washington?
All of Vancouver's, everyone that helped Vancouver last year is now playing in Calgary. So
yeah, that's wild how they do. That is really wild how they do that.
Just the economics of the game. It's just the way it's going. There's lots of help that's needed. I mean, I was jumping down some people's throats because they're like, it's 3 games and that's it. The Canucks season's over, and there's only 56 games, so it doesn't take long for the season to be over. However,
maybe they need those.
The bottom 6
is
rough. Yeah, it's
Get
rough.
the choir boy jerseys going again. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, never know, buddy.
The throwback.
Thanks, Fitz.
Dude, we could talk all night.
Thanks, no, we could, dude. I know, right? Like this is great. This is great.
Brother, thanks for coming on, man. Awesome.
Okay,
it's really
gentlemen.
cool.
Yeah,
come back and we'll just do a whole nerds talk hockey thing.
We just talked for 2 hours. I love it.
We did.
Everybody else that came on too.
Yeah, right.
There's so many.
Introduced me. I just followed everybody else on their pages, so
excellent.
Check in.
Mercedes and
networking is good, man.
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my dogs need to be peed. Here
all right, yeah.
Fill up coffee, buddy.
I'm feeling the same about myself here. Good to see you, Brent. Always good to see you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
Take care.
See you in a while. Chris Machete, that has been 2 hours
Holy
of stuff, and
yeah.
wow. So we haven't even gotten to half the stuff. We haven't gotten to the Skeletron update yet. We got a few things to get to before we get off of this thing.
Yeah, because I got this is cool. So I got this. Check this. So look at it's an
at that.
No, but look, it's an ash can. What's
it's
an ash can?
Copy.
No, but it's an ash can. It's a mini version of a limited edition mini version of the comic book, dude. Ash, so here's the big announcement for Machete Comics today. We're gonna do 100 copies of this ash can. Now, the difference between this is like you get the graphic novels that are more the hardcover. Okay, the comic books are really thin and papery. This is like a mini graphic novel. This is called an ash can, and this is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna have 100 of these. Same price.
100.
One, that's it. And I'm going to personally number each one in the back. And this is how we're going to launch the hardcover of the hard copy of this, buddy. This is beautiful. Like I'm gushing here. I have a comic book.
This is
like,
listen.
Look at the ad in the back. Look at the ad in the back. There it is. Oh, I'm bad at this. There it is. There.
You know, when dreams come, I mean, this is as long as I've known Chris, this is all he's ever wanted, to have his own comic book, and you're seeing it right there. In live in high def.
So here it is.
Cable TV.
Yeah. So my friends in Oshawa, this will be available. The limited edition ash can version. I figured I wanted, whenever a new comic book comes out, I want something special for the first issue. And the way I see this is going to be huge one day. This is going to be Walking Dead huge one day. So what I'm offering. And you know, I'm not trying to make a lot of money off it, but it'll be under $5 for the hard copy. And this is kind of my gift back, is the first 100 copies, because they're going to go to friends and loved ones, right? Like that I care about. So that's a great ash can version. Here's the test of it, and then we'll go for the newsstand version that they call the cheaper version. But right now, for the same price, we're putting out the ash can version, 100 copies, all numbered. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited.
There it is. Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Dude, I'm gushing for you. That's like a dream come true, man.
It is. I love it.
That's your Wembley.
It is.
For that. Skeletron. So as we said, you can check all of Chris's stuff out everywhere from Machete Comics and all the
Chris Machete.
A couple of things we got going on. So all right, so we're up in the Instagram stuff. We're doing a little bit more on that. So find us there. Kids on the Escalator on Instagram. Our Twitter page is starting to get some steam, having some fun there. So join us on Twitter. Chris posting art constantly. So let's support the cause, support local, support Chris and everyone that's support local. Let's have some fun with it. Some fun that we're having on Twitch.
Yeah, so, Twitch, man. Yeah, Twitch. So you're playing some retro video games. You're playing.
Well, I've been messing around. I've been playing with Rayman Legends,
right?
Kind of messing around, just sort of, commentating, going per world. So it's not like a 3-hour commitment. It's like, hey, I'm going to be on Twitch. I'm going to play this world for 10 minutes. Come join me. You can go through my struggles. Lonnie watched me go through my struggles the other day. And would you just fix this and finish the world? And I was like,
and I'm doing the opposite. I'm playing Dying Light, and I'm going from the beginning of the game. And I put that in between doing my comic book pages. That's what I do to kind of breathe life into myself as I go kill zombies. So you can check me out doing that. And you can also check out our producer, who is an alien, who sidelines as my wife. That's her second role. First role's producer, second role is my wife, right, Lonnie? So, and we watch retro movies on Friday nights. And this weekend, we have E.T. So come watch E.T. with us.
Find us on Twitch, Kids on the Escalator on Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch.
And for the people that don't know what Twitch is, it's what the kids are doing. Yeah. So go figure it out.
Ask your kids. Here's a great excuse to spend some time with your kid. Ask them about Twitch. They'll be like, oh.
And you can just click on the page, and then they're going to stream E.T., and then you can watch the movie with Chris
and Lonnie. Yeah.
And they're going to sit there and it's almost like, remember the old DVDs you'd get, and you'd get, you'd watch. I was late to the game, but they'd have the commentary on the DVDs, and I never really was into it. But it was, if you look back at the DVDs with the commentary, it was your first real podcast, if you think about it, because that's when they were like, oh, in this scene we did this, and in this scene and they're talking throughout the movie. And at first I was like, that's distracting, and then you're like, oh, I'm actually learning something.
Yeah.
And so you can sit and with Chris and Lonnie, watch the movie. They'll laugh, they'll cry, they're going to do the whole thing, and you can kind of be there with them on Twitch. I'm also playing Roy McIlroy golf, so I've got a couple rounds of golf.
We got to get a golf game going with some of our Blundell brothers on here and sisters, right?
So I'm currently
definitely
sixth in my current round of my season going. So
awesome.
I've got round 2 going on tomorrow. Anyways,
People,
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Twitch, come join us over there. Lots going on over there.
I got to go to the bathroom pretty badly at this point.
He's got to go. Join us on. Thanks to Dean Blundell and all the team. For
Dean.
there.
But wait, Dean Blundell, where all the cool shit happens.
That's the new slogan.
That's my slogan for it anyway.
We also have to thank everybody that came on today.
Oh, dude. So many rad people that joined us today. We have new friends.
We have to pee, but I'm going to just say we have to thank everybody.
Okay, go.
We got to thank them all.
Go.
I mean,
okay.
Nerd Dad, Joe.
Nerd Dad, Joe, JJ.
Mike. Mercedes. Jen.
Yes.
Brent Fitz, our co-host.
Yes. We can't forget anybody here, man.
Ray from Korn.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Yeah,
from Korn.
We had Chuck
Some
from
great
My Mother
stories.
and Chuck from My Mother Earth. And what was the comic book company or the comic guys we had on?
We had Comic Book Keepers.
Comic Book Keepers. Follow them.
Gave us some video. And Todd Kearns, thank you very much. For
Todd Kearns.
But
Todd, I got to point out, it's kids on the escalator. No, we're not in the elevator. We're in the escalator.
He's older than me. He'll be
Dank Ferrick.
Where I am.
Damn it!
Brenton on Tour podcast returns in early February. You can tune in now. I got a little preview of the Journey for Java Coffee series this Friday. I have a preview episode coming out. It's only 10 minutes long.
Wow.
Thanks to Joe, Nerd Dad. I'm going to go with the Nerd Dad approach and do a 10-minute episode on a preview of what's coming up. I announce who my first guest is. You Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm fans are going to want to tune into that. And I also debunked the myth about dark roast coffee. So you got to tune in for that because it's a thing. Trust me.
Cool. One last thing. I'm wearing a Super Zuka shirt, and it's awesome.
And thanks to my friends at Blue Microphones for sponsoring and getting the sounds. Lonnie, thank you. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Kids on the Escalator.
Kids on the Escalator. Good times, rat dudes. Dudes. I got to pee.